Salute everybody. I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. As a black man voting for Donald Trump, what does that mean? Also, what does that make me? But before I get started with this demonstration, y'all know the routine. If I could get y'all to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. Salute to everybody that's catching this on the replay. Salute to everybody that's watching from the clouds. Salute to all of my moderators. Salute to everyone that's tuning in for their first time. Salute to my subscribers from TikTok. Salute to my subscribers from Instagram. Salute to my subscribers from Facebook. Let me salute individually, and we will get into this demonstration. Salute Wack. Salute Wack. Salute 80s baby. Salute 80s baby. Salute James. Salute Nolan. Salute Positive Vibes. Salute Londa. Let me read my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Salute Londa. Salute Londa. Salute Positive Vibes. Salute April. Appreciate you all for pulling up. Exactly what does that make me? Let me start there. Because I've been called a sellout. I've been called a Sambo. I've been called an Uncle Tom, but of course we know that Uncle Tom was actually a hero to the black folks. It was actually Sambo that was a sellout. But so I've been called a Sambo. I've been called a sellout. Salute Myrna. Salute Myrna. Myrna says, I'm willing to vote with public campaign. I can never vote for Donald Trump. He's a special kind of idiot. I'm old enough to remember how he treated black people in his rental properties in the 80s. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that because I want to get to some of the situations where people are saying that that makes Donald Trump a racist. Now, answer this question. Can a racist become a non-racist? Meaning, if you was a racist 10, 20 years ago, could you change your ways? Drop a one. Drop a one. If you think or if you feel as though you could start out as a racist, but then 10, 20, 30 years later, you have a change of heart. Because let's face it, a lot of people, and just not only white people, but a lot of black people, a lot of Arabs, a lot of Indians, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of different races were taught at a young age to not like other races. Now, once you grow up and once you start to encounter with these other races, you start to see, hey, this white boy over here is cool. Hey, this black girl over here is cool. Hey, my man Jose, the Mexican down the street, he's cool after all. So just because a person starts out prejudiced, or just because a person starts out a racist, do that means that they spend the rest of their lives being a racist? In my opinion, I don't think so. I think that you can change. Salute Curvy Kai, salute Curvy Kai, salute Melanated Queen. But y'all let me know. Drop a one if you think or if you believe that a person can start out being prejudiced, but maybe 10, 20 years down the line, they can change their way of thinking. I think that can happen. But y'all let me know. Drop a 1 if you think a person can change from being a racist. Drop a 2 if you don't think so. Because let's say in the 80s, that was the case with Donald Trump. But that was the 80s. Curry Kai drops a 1. That was the 80s. So we're talking 40 years ago. We're talking a long time ago. Just because 30 years ago, you and I may have been addicted to drugs. Do that means today that we're still addicted to drugs? 30, 40 years ago, you and I may not like pizza. But do that still means 30, 40 years later that we still don't like pizza? What I'm trying to get to is, worst scenario, if Donald Trump was racist in the 80s, do that means 30, 40 years later, he's still a racist? He's still prejudiced? My opinion, I think that anybody can change. So what does that make me? Okay. As I stated, and by y'all can tell by my shirt, you down with Donald Trump. As I stated, as of right now, I will be casting my first vote on Donald Trump. Now, who knows? I might have a change of heart. One of you might be able to convince me that I'm making the wrong decision. Who knows? But when it comes to me and me wanting to vote for Donald Trump, what makes me a sellout? What makes me a Sambo? Is it strictly because Donald Trump is white and I'll be voting for a white man? Is that it? Is that why some of you feel as though I'm a sellout? Is that why some of you feel as though I'm a Sambo because I'm voting for Donald Trump? Could it be that Donald Trump, some of you feels as though is racist? Courtney says, I rock with you and Miss Parker, but I totally disagree with any person of color voting for that horrible racist human being. And that's fine, Courtney. Salute, Courtney. And you know, over here, Courtney, your opinion is well respected. You know, we agree to disagree. And I'm fine with that, Courtney. And I'm hoping that you could join me the panel. I'm hoping that you could join me on the panel later on when I drop the link and we could chop it up. But that's fine, Courtney. And I respect your opinion. So is it because I'm voting for Donald Trump, the man Donald Trump? Is it because he's white? Or is it because, well, he's racist? Okay, let's look at the other candidates that is running. Okay, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is white. Joe Biden has made, to some people, racial comments. Right? So if I vote for Joe Biden, would you all still feel the same way? Would I still be considered a sellout? Would I still be considered a Sambo? The man Donald Trump is the issue. Okay, Courtney. So let's start with what Courtney is saying. She's saying the man Donald Trump is the issue. That's fine. I want us to stay right there. Curry says Donald Trump doesn't like anyone but himself. Curry says, I don't like Joe Biden either. Correct. Correct. Now, the favorite phrase that people are quoting, and this is the American people, period. They say you're choosing the less of evil. You're choosing the fox over the wolf or the wolf over the fox. Either way, no matter how you look at it, you're choosing evil. This is what is being presented to me. So I don't have a choice, but I want to exercise my right to vote. Why do I want to exercise my right to vote? I've never voted. I've never voted. And for so many years, the only thing that troubles me when it comes to not voting is that people, my ancestors, as well as your ancestors, as well as other nationalities, because it just wasn't only black folks marching. There were Hispanics out there. There were white people. So people in general, American people, were marching. Some of them risked their freedom. Some of them risked their lives for me to have the right, for me to have the opportunity to vote. So that's the only reason that's really making me vote, is because regardless whether I feel that the voting process, regardless of if I feel as though the election and all of that is a fraud, regardless of that, there were people before me that marched and stood in lines and risked their freedom and their lives so that I could have the right to vote. So I'm going to vote. And I started this journey on TikTok 2 years ago, maybe 2 to 3 years ago. I started this journey on my TikTok. So I welcome everyone, all my subscribers, journey there. And the first demonstration that I done was, this is my first time voting. Which party will make a good recommendation for me to look into? So of course, everybody was saying, some people were saying Democrat, some people were saying Republican, conservative, liberal, but most of the people were saying it's up to you. Most of the people said, do your homework on all of the parties. And I felt, and I still feel as though that was some very, very good advice. Courtney says, I don't like Kamala Harris, but I wish the Dems would pick Hakeem Jeffries, but they did risk the freedom for us to have the right to vote, but none of them will vote for Trump. Curry says, laughing out loud, black folks wasn't complaining about when Donald Trump was giving those stimulus checks and PPP loans out. Exactly. So it's like, I see you, James. James says, Shank, the real sellouts are our black politicians selling us out. At least Trump is willing to close the borders. Biden has opened the borders to the immigrants. Exactly. Now, what, and I could go a step back or a step further than that, Kirby Cap. Before Donald Trump was elected, nobody ain't had no problems with Donald Trump. A few people, and it was really over his rental properties in New York that he wouldn't rent to low-income blacks. And in business, see, this is why I say us as black people, we have to get out of our own way. I do agree sometimes we do use the victim card. Sometimes, not all the time. I don't want y'all to get it twisted, but I do think that sometimes we use the victim card and we run it until we can't run it no more. Now, let's look at his rental properties. His rental properties is no different from my rental properties or anybody else rental properties. If you have rental properties, that means you're in business. Let's be honest. You're not going to rent your properties to whether it's low-income black people, whether it's low-income white people, whether it's low-income Hispanics. You're not going to be too quick in a hurry to rent any of your property to low-income anyone. Why? Because it's a strong possibility you might not get your rent. So in my opinion, I don't think that that was a problem, although a lot of people feel as though that was a problem. But come on, people. Now, I do have some issues with Trump. I do, and I'll get to that. But salute the full life, but because he wouldn't rent his rental properties to low-income blacks, I mean, come on, y'all. This is why I say, as black people, sometimes we are in our own way. And most of the times, we need to get out of our own way. We can't cry victim all the time. And what happens is, as black people, we do cry victim all the time. I'm being honest. Sometimes, yes, we are victims. Sometimes. But all the time, we are not victims. Courtney says, Trump has been openly racist. He was against the Central Park boys who were in prison for decades and were innocent. He also participated in the hate of women and assault. Still Swinging Podcast says, bro, he wouldn't rent them to low-income lights either. That's the part of the story that is not told. Right, right. And if we're going to tell it, we have to tell it all. Let me just, I got so much. I got so much, but I don't. That's why I said we're going to be on this case. We're going to be covering it up until election time because I got so much and I don't want to cram all of the information and all of the footage and the videos and all that. I don't want to cram it all into one demonstration. But let me go to a clip, y'all. Give me a second. Let me go to a clip.
Safe neighborhoods, rising wages, good jobs, great education, and the return of the American dream, then congratulations, you are a Republican. It's pretty simple. Joe Biden and the radical left have abandoned everything black Americans care about. They've really let you down. Look, we all understand it. They've thrown black Americans overboard, and it's been not a pretty thing to watch. You take a look at some of these inner cities, but I and the Republican Party will fight for the black community like you have never had anybody fight for you before. And with me, you will never be taken for granted. You will never be taken for granted. They've taken you for granted. Do you ever notice they always come around about 2 months before an election? Then they get your votes, and then they go on and, 4 years later, they come and say hello, or 2 years, depending on what office we're talking about. But they come back and they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing.
Now, that's something. Let's be honest, people. That's something that we've all have witnessed for as long as we've been alive. That's something that's a known fact. They always come around when it's time for election. After that, pew, and if y'all ever notice, they only go to the black churches. Now, the thing that I like about Trump is going to black people in general. And I know some of y'all going to say, but Shank, what about those comments that he made? He got a sense of humor, y'all. I'm just being 100 with y'all. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm taking up for him and I'm covering for him. But I heard it, and I'm going to play it. But he just said when he look out there, he just see black people. That's not a racist statement. It's not. Just because he says, when I look out there, I don't see nothing. I don't see the lights, but I see black people. That's acknowledging black people. He's like, wow, now the black people are starting to come. Now the black people are starting to support me. I got news for us as black Americans. I got news for us. I'm not the only one. And the ones that's down there in the chat, we're not the only ones that are starting to be down with Trump. There are a lot of black Americans. There are a lot of hood ninjas that's down with Donald Trump. Curry says, Donald Trump cool with me. Courtney says, he is not fit to run a country. Courtney says all this is lies. He never passed not one bill to help black people or people of color. So Courtney, you won't. So Courtney, let me just get this right, Courtney. Don't get Donald Trump no brownie points at all. I'm just asking. Cape Cod says most of the black who applied were not low income, educated with good jobs. You would say bougie. Still Swinging says you can't possibly think Donald Trump is more of a racist than Joe Biden. You can't possibly believe that they are both equally racist. Cape Cod says you believe his words. Honestly, I do believe him. I do believe him. I do believe exactly what he said. He said it. Remember, what did he say? He was talking to black people. He said, Black America, what do you got to lose? If we vote for Trump, what do we got to lose? We saw what happened when Trump didn't win the election and we voted for Joe Biden. Well, you all voted for Joe Biden. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. If we could call out Trump, let's call out Joe Biden. Let's keep it 100. Come on, Rock Squad. Let's keep it 100. If we airing out Trump's dirty laundry, we got to air out Joe Biden's dirty laundry as well. Now, drop a 1 if you believe that Joe Biden done a better job than Trump. Drop a 1. Lunda says we need to wake up and see Biden. Still Swinger Podcast says, I'm sorry, Courtney, but neither did President Barack Obama. He didn't do anything for black people, either did leave him out. And that's a fact. Trump is the only president since I've been around. I'm keeping it 100. Trump is the only president since I've been around that I do believe got black people best interests. I'm just being 100. However, and I need black Americans to listen to me when I say this, Trump, I do believe out of all the presidents that I've been alive, I do believe that Trump has black Americans' best interests. But guess what, black American? We have a part to play in it. Nah. See, it was a reason. It was a reason. Don't go, Courtney. Don't go, Courtney. It was a reason for the stimulus money. Bobby Town says you sound crazy. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture. We gotta get out of our feelings. We gotta get out of our feelings. So you mean to tell me the whole time Trump was the 45th president, y'all mean to tell me he ain't do nothing? See, what we so focused on not having to work. We just became lazy upstairs. So whereas though we got to see cash and abundance in cash, we got to see everything got to move how we expect them to move. What did you do with your stimulus money? Did you invest it in something? Bobby, Courtney, did y'all invest y'all stimulus money in anything? Still Swinging Podcast says black people really need to get out of their feelings. I'm serious, man. They've been playing on our feelings and emotions long enough when we go on to say no more. And that's the game. That's the game of politics. It's a pile of tricks. And who got tricked? Us. Trump is not a politician. Trump is a businessman. Bobby says, how you going to invest $1,400, Shank? You out shit easy. Give me $1,400. I'll show you how to invest $1,400. Is it anybody else down there in the chat that can invest $1,400? Bobby want to know. Bobby, hit me up and give me that $1,400. And I invest that $1,400 and make sure we both get paid, Bobby. Salute Shay Love. Shay Love says, I bought a investment property. There you have it. There you have it. Shay Love. Kate Carr says, give Trump an agenda that serves our interests and see what he does. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear, Kate Carr. James says, Shank, if Biden gets reelected, we are in trouble. Get off that Democratic plantation. Biden doesn't care for us. Kirby says he gave us more than 1,400. Yes, he did. Salute Bronze. I know Bronze gonna drop some jewels. I know Bronze Flat Power God gonna drop some jewels. Still Swinging Podcast says he can invest $140. Shay Love says Trump is a fraud. 80,000 profit. Kirby says I invested mines in stocks. There you have it. There you have it. Courtney says I have followed this scum since he won and he didn't do a damn thing. Y'all don't know how government goes. The ones that hold the power is House and Senate if Republicans would approve something. You're right. You're right. Salute Vivian. Good evening, Vivian. Vivian says that creep Biden has a whole lot of stinky laundry than President Donald Trump, the rightful president. Trump not fit. Oh, Biden can't even complete a sentence. Falling on stage. That's why Trump gets my vote. Now, if y'all could present somebody that's a better president than Biden, it's a no-brainer. I'm not saying that I'm going to be hanging out with Donald Trump. I'm not saying that I'm going to be Donald Trump's best friend. I'm not saying that me and him going to be hanging out at the club. I'm not saying that I'm going to be writing him, texting him, and talking to him on the phone every day. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what a president does. That's not what we elect the president for. We elect the president to get a job done. That's it. We ain't electing the president because we like him. Y'all know that? You don't go to school and you don't sit in front of a teacher because you like your teacher. How many of your teachers that you didn't like, but you still went to their class to get their education? How many supervisors, how many managers where you work at, how many bosses of yours that you didn't like? For those that got their own company, how many when you buy your inventory, when you got to stock up your inventory, how many of the wholesale places you didn't like? Come on, people. We would go somewhere, but they too busy worried about being racist and keeping people down and making themselves rich. We would be in a better place. Still Swinging says, yo, did you invest? Biden, since he won, he hasn't done a damn thing. He's not going to do a damn thing. Never even promised to do a damn thing. That's what I'm saying. At least Trump said it. Biden, what did he say about black people? You ain't black if you don't vote for me. Come on. Biden never mentioned, his vice president, they never mentioned nothing about black people. Never. Trump is the only one that I've heard mention black people. Bobby says, Trump can't save America. Kate Carr says, you know you want to be on stage, Boosie. All right. Whack 100. I see you, Whack. Whack says, Shank, what Biden said about white kids going to school with black kids. He was against it because it'll be like a jungle. That's what Biden said. That's what Biden said. So what we're having, we're in a crossfire. We're caught in a crossfire between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. We're caught in a crossfire. That's the crossfire. And the American people is caught in the middle. We're caught in this crossfire. I got to be honest. I got to be on this side. Kate Carr says, Kamala said she wasn't going to do anything for just black people. Come on. But Trump identifies with black people. Come on, people. Even Obama never mentioned anything about black issues. Obama never mentioned any black agendas. Never. And he's black. Courtney says, still swinging. He can't get anything done if the Republicans don't pass anything. They do this on purpose to make it look like the president didn't do anything. That goes over y'all head. But Courtney, why is it that Trump, and see, to me, this is when a good leader comes into play. This is when a good president comes into play. You still got to put up a fight. Now, according to Trump, Trump is telling us, look, with me, I'm going to put up a fight with y'all. I never heard Biden say that. I never heard Barack say that. I never heard none of them say, Black American, African Americans, I'm going to put up a fight for y'all. I'm going to get in the ring with y'all and I'm going to rumble with y'all. I never heard that from none of the other presidents. Never. Shay Love says, well, I can't say I want either. However, there may not be a government if Trump wins. It's apparent that people do not understand government. Trump is racist. Black people want head to slit STU. K. Carr says they gave the anti-Asian hate crime bill after 1 week. We've been here 400 years. And who was in office when they gave that anti-Asian bill? See, one thing I'm going to be 100 with y'all when it comes to Trump. Trump don't play with the immigrants. Trump don't play with them. He ain't trying to get them nothing. And it's no disrespect, but at the same time, it's like a lion sharing his meal with a hyena. It's like a hyena sharing his meal with the wild dogs. It ain't happening, people. We got to get out of our feelings. We got to stop having love for everybody else. And we got to start having love for ourselves first. It's just the nature of the beast. It's the first law of the universe, self-preservation. We wouldn't be able to go to them other countries and get more than they get in their country. Yes or no? I promise you that. We would not be able to go this Black America, this white America. We wouldn't be able to go to them other countries and get and be in line before them. We're going to get pushed to the back of the bus. We might get thrown in the river somewhere, but that's Trump. That's Trump. Remember, we all laughed. I laughed about the wall. When it played out, we wish he would have got that wall built. It's just basic 101 universal law. We can't get around that. It's universal law, self-preservation. I'm going to be dropping the link shortly, and I want to hear you all opinions. Just give me a few more minutes, and I will drop the link. Now, as a Black man voting for Donald Trump, what does that mean? What does that mean? Remember, everybody, this is my vote. It's my vote. So what does that mean? Me as a Black man voting for Donald Trump. Well, what it means is, it means that I'm putting my trust in Donald Trump. I'm putting my trust in Donald Trump. So now I get a chance to see exactly if Donald Trump is going to live up to the promises that he has made for us. It's no disrespect. It's not personal, people. It's business. It's business. Slavery was not personal. Slavery was business. It's not personal. Once again, we got to get out of our own way. Shay Love says the wall was a way for his good old boys. Come on, people. Come on, people. Yeah, come on, people. Let me drop the link. Please keep in mind, if you hit the panel, please keep in mind that there are other people that may be on the panel. Please keep in mind that there may be other people that want to join the panel. So please remember to keep whatever it is that you have to say. Please remember to keep it to a minimum. Positive says, Shank, they say they will believe you when you grow hair. Positive vibes wouldn't be positive vibes if she didn't roast me. Positive vibes wouldn't be positive vibes if she didn't roast me. But see, when I was at the rally, all right, for those that wasn't here on last night's demonstration, when I was at the rally, now I'm at the rally. Now, the venue seated 6,100 people. Out of 6,100 people, it was myself, Miss Parker, and maybe 6 or 7 other black people. And salute Mel. I see you down there, Mel. Salute Mel. And to be honest with y'all, I felt comfortable. Cape Cod says, y'all two good looking Negroes. Boy, y'all hell. I should have knew it. It's Cape Cod and positive vibes down there. Y'all is hell. Cape Cod says, y'all two good looking Negroes. Appreciate the compliment. But I didn't feel no hostility. I checked the temperature. And as I stated before, there were journalists from all over the world, and they was flocked to me and Miss Parker. I got like 4 different interviews from journalists from Japan. Blew my mind. I know we stuck out like a sore thumb, but it still blew my mind. The news down there was coming up to us, you know, interviewing us. The Trump supporters, get a picture with me. Hey, bro, can we get in the picture? You know, so it was an experience for me. And this is why you have to keep an open mind. You got to keep an open mind, because that which you may be afraid of, that which you may not like, might be something good for you. Now, this is for all Americans. We got to get out of the high school mentality, America. We got to stop going by our old mind frame. They say out with the old and in with the new. Give it a try. They didn't have Confederate flags, Courtney. Courtney says, I can't be with all those people wearing Confederate flags and calling you ninjas under their breath. They going to interview you because you were only people crazy enough to go. Courtney, welcome to the roast bunch with Cape Cod and positive vibes. Courtney says they going to interview you because you were the only people crazy enough to go. Boy, y'all hell. Salute, Sabrina. Drop a 1. Drop a 1. Cape Cod says you are new to white people's game. Drop a 1 if you think that I was crazy to go to the rally. Drop a 1. Hold tight, Tommy. I'm going to let you come in. But drop a 1 if y'all think that I was crazy to go to the rally. Drop a 1. Drop a 2 if you don't think that I was crazy to go to the rally. Slide in, Tommy.
Good evening, Rock Squad. Good evening, Still Swinging Podcast. Good evening, Shank Rock Films. Yeah, I'm reading the comments and, you know, I'm following everything that's going on. And I personally just think like a lot of our responses are feelings based, emotionally driven. And I just want Just listen for 1 second, fam. You know you can't make somebody like you. You know you can't force someone to like you. You can't force someone to accept you. It's not in their heart to do so. And guess what? It is not a crime. It is not a crime. Listen, our people, right? We some of the most don't like other people, but demand that other people like us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, family, you know, for the most part, most of us got just as much of a problem with them as they got with us, you know, but we on our high horse, and because of what we've been through in this country, we think that they owe us something. And for real, they do. But we know they not gonna give it to us, right? We know they not gonna give it to us at all. They gonna make us fight for anything that we want, and their best weapon is to try to destroy the fight before it even gets started. And you know how they do that? By dividing us. And you know, I keep speaking on this. They just divide us. Look at the comments. You know, all the listen, you don't like had to like them. You don't have to like everybody. That don't mean they wouldn't be effective at doing their job just because you don't like them. You do not have to like everybody. All right. Some of y'all can't stand your bosses, but you gonna go to work in the morning. Some of you can't stand your co-workers, but you gonna go into work in the morning. Listen, you gotta adopt that same attitude when it comes to the plight of black people. We gotta adopt that same attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't supposed to be about what you like. You gotta like him, and he gotta have. Listen, he ain't your man. You're not taking him home and going to bed with him. Who cares if he a racist? We are all in some ways racist. Stop expecting things of other people that you don't expect of yourself.
Wake them up, Tommy.
Look, we just live in this world. We ain't make it. It is what it is. And I just want my people to stop looking at the world for the way it should be and just deal with the world the way it is. Because the world is not going to change simply because you don't like it. Changes are thought out and fought out.
Wake us up, Tommy.
You heard me? Changes are thought out, then fought out. Not whined out, not bitched out, not complained out. Man, that ain't gonna get you nothing. Listen, we gotta have a self-interest. What good is us voting if we voting without a self-interest? That means we keep telling them. That's what he meant when that's what Donald Trump meant when he just said, you hear from the Democrats about 2 months before the election. And then after the election is over, you ain't gonna hear from them for another 4 years until they need your vote again. And then they get their same bootlickers, their same Sambos to run to all of these stations that you like to listen to and tell you how much Trump is of a racist. But then when you confront them about Biden being a racist, they turn in the back down all this. They want to shame you and tell you about how he apologized. Yeah, but it's a difference between apologizing and changing what's automatically in your heart.
Tommy, keep that right there. Let Mel slide in. Salute, Mel.
Salute, Mel.
Salute, Shane. Salute, Tommy. Interesting topic. Shane, I've probably been waiting for this all day. So we talked a lot about you know, how America is a corporation. We talked about how not all employees are meant to be CEOs, right? So we have to think about economic growth in this country and where is it coming from, right? So let's say, for instance, Warren Buffett. He was running for the Democratic nominee when Trump ran the first time. And it's a multi-billionaire, not millionaire, but billionaire, multi. You know, respected, you know, throughout the United States. But he didn't win the Democratic nomination, but everybody knows he's a good businessman, right? So why, if he is a multi-billionaire and have run successful corporations and investments for decades, and Trump has failed at all his businesses, what would make Trump the better businessman? And let's take out the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Let's just look at two men. Let's look at two men. What would make Trump the better businessman?
You asking, Mel? Or you
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'm asking.
What would make him a better businessman?
Yes.
It's hard to say.
Okay. So let me give you some facts. One of the best presidents that ever ran this country was Bill Clinton. Not only did he create economic growth, he created growth in the housing market. I bought my first house under Bill Clinton. He had all the programs set in place, first-time home buyers. I think when I bought my house, my county that I lived in did my down payment. It was like $3,500. 5 years later, all I had to stay in the house was 5 years. They gave me my $3,500. That $3,500 that they put down for me, I got that money back. All these were through these programs that Bill Clinton created. And on top of that, he turned the country over with $128 billion surplus. That's economics 101 for you.
This is true.
Whether he was a Democrat or Republican, that's economics 101. He was smart.
This is true.
That's true. Okay, let's continue. He turned the country over to George Bush, who wasn't a good businessman, didn't know economics, and wasn't very smart, and neither were the people around him. Because when he got done, we had a $4.2 trillion deficit. So not only did he blow the surplus, he blew everything else. You with me?
This is true.
Who inherited all that? President Barack Obama inherited a recession, the worst recession since 1929. He inherited a crash housing market, a crash banking system, a crash automobile industry. He inherited all of those problems, while still still fighting all the. We'll use a party here, Republican congressman who wouldn't let anything go through. But still he worked and he worked. So he took that 4.2 trillion and turned it around to 1.2 trillion. But he did the best he could. He don't have the numbers that Bill Clinton had, but economically he was a better president because of what he inherited. He had to rebuild the banking system, industry. He had to rebuild the housing market, and he had to rebuild the auto industry, all while fighting people.
Stay right there, Mel. Stay
I'm
right
gonna
there.
stay. Hmm.
So Clinton was a good president. I'm just asking.
Let's go back to he was a good CEO.
Okay. Now Clinton was a good CEO. Bush, the son, wasn't a businessman, but was a good president. Is that what you're saying?
Was he a good president?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay. Come to Obama. What
Okay.
was Obama? And then I'm gonna bring you back in, but I want to get somewhere. What was Obama?
Obama was, let's go. Obama not only was a good president because he looked out for everybody. He being of the Democratic Party, it was just yes, we can for everybody, regardless of what party he was in. He needed everybody to help rebuild this country because it was in shambles, right? So that not only made him a good president, but they also made him economically smart.
Stay right there.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't Hillary win the election over Trump?
When you and Miss Parker was sitting in the rally, y'all looked so cute. Y'all did. And I saw her singing the song that was playing. This is a man's world. That says enough as it is. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna let you digest that. So we're gonna fast forward. We're gonna fast forward to Trump. So Trump inherited a rebuilt banking system, a rebuilt housing market, a rebuilt auto industry, low unemployment, an economy that was working for everyone.
Let me slide in, Mel.
Mhm.
So, in other words, Trump inherited a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Oh.
Tommy, come in. But I just want to ask Tommy, do you agree that Trump inherited an already oiled machine, Tommy?
No.
Okay, stay right there, Tommy, and I'm going to come back to you. Okay, Mel, finish with your demonstration, and I'm going to come back to Tommy. Come on, Mel.
And I know Tommy said no, but I researched this stuff before I came on. So if he had not vetoed and overturned everything that was in place for him, the country would have been at $230 billion in the deficit. So even though he inherited 1.2 trillion deficit, everything, all of the other things that he overturned and deep vetoed or whatever he did would have brought the country up to 230 billion in deficit. So over the course of 4 years, the deficit rose to $8 trillion. So it's always important when we think about business and economics to research and get the facts because the numbers are there.
And this is
and
true.
These come from Congress, the United States Congress, these government, everybody, every corporation in America got to post their numbers every year.
Stay right there, Mel. Stay right there. Salute Miss Lady T Dream Team. Salute Miss Lady T Dream Team. Can I get everybody to make Miss Lady T Dream Team feel welcome? She comes from Dana J. Dana J is a content creator. I actually grew up with him. I watched Dana J since he probably was like 11 years old, but she comes from Dana J's platform. Appreciate you for pulling up, Miss Lady T Dream T. Tommy, why do you feel like Donald Trump didn't inherit an already well-oiled machine?
First of all, every president leaves this country in debt. Okay, listen.
Can I stop him right minute? 1 second, Tommy.
Go ahead,
I've already provided you Bill Clinton numbers, and Bill Clinton didn't leave this country in the deficit. He left this country with $128 billion surplus after he created the house, reinvented the housing market and the job market.
Okay,
so he didn't leave this country in a deficit. I just want to clear that up.
Okay, all right, come back, Tommy.
All right, and it just completely shocked me how President Obama got all of this credit, you know, just miraculously. And you know, it's like it's a lot more goes into it than what you think. Okay, because when Barack Obama left the office, I do believe we were still trillions of dollars in debt. Okay, and it don't matter how it got there. What I'm telling you is none of that stuff trickled down to affect the plight of my people. Okay, now maybe you know what I'm saying, other races of people saw the great things that were performed with all of this money that they borrowed and saved America from. We didn't reap any of those benefits. Okay, and we should have. We would have if we had a common interest, if we had a self-interest, like other communities do. You know, all of this stuff, you know, it sound good. You look at the numbers with this and the numbers with that. That's fine if you entitled to your share of it. But when you ain't entitled to no share of it, what good does it really do you? Okay, now I get that it'll affect the economy, but that's for people with cohesive lifestyles and cohesive cultures. That's not for us who need to get our stuff together immediately. You see how we just worry about stuff that don't necessarily have a positive effect on us. See, I'm more worried about the things that gonna have a more positive effect on our culture, on my people. Okay, because my kids gotta grow up in this world. You understand? And I need them to be able to look across the aisle at your child as one of their counterparts, and they fighting to compete with a common interest to do some good for the people that it should matter to, us. It should matter the most to us. Now, you know, you can take it from, okay, Bill Gates was a better businessman than Donald Trump. And then I got one question to ask you. Well, how is that working out for you? You understand where I'm coming from? We don't have, we need to have some tangible things. You know what I'm saying? We need to have some better quality communities. We need to have some better quality housing. We need to have some better quality schooling. We need to have some better quality healthcare services that service our community. All right, we need to have a share of our own banking system in our own communities with our own dollars. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't mean to cut you off, Tommy. Stay right there. Mel, do you believe what Tommy said? Can we get that from Trump?
Again, in any corporation, Everything that happened within the corporation, there's a CEO. Remember, I always say everything goes up, it don't come down, right? So whatever you do in the business, let's just take a business, let's say Popeye's Chicken. But they got a CEO of Popeye's Chicken, right? So now he's looking at the numbers from all of his district managers, seeing how the performance. But the performance is he not performing them duties. It starts with the people that's inside of the store. You feel me? So this goes back to where I tell you, and I want you to take a look at this.
1 second, Mel. 1
Mm-hmm.
second, Mel. Hit the link, Dana J. Hit the link. Salute Trelane. Salute Trelane. Hit the link, Dana J. Come on, Mel. And then I'm going to come back to you, Tommy. Come on, Mel.
Right. So I've always said this. Nothing comes down. It always goes up. So I'll give you an example of what I'm saying, and then I'm going to tell you where it starts at, Tommy, because I understand what you're saying. And it's not to crack or anything or curb your thinking. It's just still economics 101. So when Trump left office, we were $8 trillion in deficit. But you know what did grow? Trump's personal wealth. Look it up. I'm not making it up. It's a fact. All right. So let's think about the neighborhoods where you live and all the things that you said. You can Google and see how many African American banks there are. Now they may not be right in your neighborhood, but they're there for you to put your money in, because guess what? That helps them grow so that they can do things economically as well. There are hundreds of African American owned banks in this country, but they may not just be right in your neighborhood. But you can put money, a deposit in a bank anywhere. That's what online banking is. That's why they created online banking. You can put your money anywhere. So say, for instance, if you have your money in Chase Bank, you can take it out of Chase Bank and put it in BNC Bank. It's an African American owned bank. Let them use your dollars to grow to economically grow. Because at the end of the day, everything that you're speaking about, Tommy, starts in your neighborhood. It starts with the legislative branch of government. That's your congressman, your senator, your councilman, your state representative, your governor. And the thing about it is that every year, if anybody watch their local news between the 1st and the 5th, your governor gonna be on the morning news with his black leather portfolio, signing his budget in front of all his constituents to see. What's in that budget? Well, your senators, they're responsible for health care, welfare, food stamps. They are responsible for allotting money there. So they're responsible for the roads, your street lights, the way it looks. All that trickles up to the governor. It's up to your senator. All those people that are in office they don't have a timeout like the president only get 8 years. These people spend 25, 30 years. They're your congressmen. And then you look at your neighborhood.
Yeah, because I want to work the panel. I'm going to come back to you. I'm coming to you, Dana. Tommy, come back. Tommy, with the promises that Trump made, do you think he will get around to fulfilling his promises to Black Americans? Come on, Tommy. I'm going to come to you, Dana. Come on, Tommy.
I mean, that remains to be seen. You know, I mean, are we going to hold them to task? Are we going, you know what I'm saying, have some sort of discipline, a level of accountability in the way we move forward with pressing them to deliver? I mean, like, listen, it ain't going to just happen just because you want it to. That's not how things work, man. That's not how changes get made. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody that make any kind of promises, we need to ensure that they deliver on them.
I'm coming to you, Dana. Hold tight, Mel. Hold tight. Come on, Tommy. I'm coming to you, Dana.
You know, and that's just my that's just the way I see it. You know, do I think Donald Trump is capable of doing a better job than I seen from Biden? Yeah, definitely. I think he is more than capable of doing a better job than Biden. I think sometimes people, we need to listen with our minds and not with our hearts and our feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because the more we do that, the more they play on that, they play on our emotions. But you know, listen, I don't care which face up there. I only really care what's being done from, you know, in the interest of my people. Not in, don't come to me telling me nothing about what you gonna do, how you gonna make the Asians a protected class. Don't come to me telling me how you gonna, what you gonna do for the LGBTQs. I mean, I want to know what specifically is going to be in place for my people. You know, like, you know, if you conquer the world, but you don't consider me a part of the world, what good does that do me? You know, if, because when I look at it, I mean, I just think they want to call us Americans when they need the numbers. All right. But when we need that good old American assistance, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when they got all of this other stuff, because we won't make them be specific. We won't make them be specific and say black people, black American people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what's going on, what you got, what you got in the works for us and for our future and the future of our next generation.
Stay right there, Tommy. Dana J, slide right in. Can Trump and build off of Tommy? We got to hold him accountable. But before I let Dana speak, positive vibes and Cape Cod, don't y'all start roasting Dana either, because Dana spent plenty of time up around me, Pee Wee, and Tommy and us. Dana will roast y'all asses back. So y'all go easy on Dana. Come on, fella Baltimorean. Come on, Dana.
I'm just saying, from what I'm listening to and from what I'm hearing, it's certainly ways that we can hold our elected officials accountable. However, the problem is that I'm starting to see, and I've been saw, and within the community, is the fact that a lot of us don't know who we are. And the first thing that we say is, oh, we African American, oh, we black, oh, we black American. There's no such thing. And it's like, and I didn't understand that until I started dealing within these courts and these federal courts mainly. You go in there and call yourself a black man or an African American, you're gonna lose every case you got. Because
Wake us up, Dana.
Right, because the first thing they're gonna say is you going off of Webster Dictionary. Webster Dictionary tell you black is a color. Black is not a color. Black is a shade. In federal court, black means death because they go by the Black Law Dictionary. And the Black Law Dictionary is something totally different and from what you know. Now, I was listening to the sister when she was saying Trump left the deficit with that 8 million. That's good, honestly. That's good. Because right now, and Biden ain't even finished, we at 33.99 million over.
I want to correct that. I'm sorry, Dana, not to cut you off.
Yes,
Trump left a deficit of 8 trillion.
No.
I got it right here.
But I'm looking at it right now.
Me too.
Donald Trump tax break was 8.45 billion.
That's Donald Trump.
Listen. However, the wall took it to 4.6 trillion, and then the other half of the wall took it to 3.6 trillion. However, Joe Biden right now, as the U.S. national debt stands at over 33.99 trillion as of January 2024.
Oh, yes, we're hitting a recession, guys. Just want y'all to know. We are hitting a recession for 2024.
Yeah, but let me help you in with something, and Ms. Mel, and maybe Tommy can understand where I'm coming from with this. I got 3 questions for to ask everybody on the panel. Question number 1. How can you say we are a country when the corporation just filed bankruptcy? First thing, because we've been operating under the corporation law ever since HJR 192, which is House Joint Resolution 192. That's the first thing. And that means that when we went bankrupt and we lost our Hague of being a Hague country, and we lost our whole will of being a country.
Wake us up, Dana.
But that's when we became a corporation. So when you see people going around talking about, oh no, Donald Trump is hurting our democracy. A republic can never be a democracy. It's impossible. Because a republic stands for the people. A democracy stands for the corporation.
Wake us up.
And my thing is, a lot of stuff that people say is conspiracy theory, it's not. And the FBI brought out the word the term a conspiracy theory just to throw people off so that way they won't listen to the truth. At the end of the day, like I say, I can go deep with this thing. But at the end of the day, I can tell you, I can take Tommy, I can take Shank, and I can take you, Miss Mel. We can go to the court together. And I can say, these are my brethrens. And the first thing they'll do is they'll test you one by one. They'll come and ask you, are you a human being? And I will say, hell no, she's not. She's a human. And the first thing you'll say is, what's the difference? They talk in a language called legalese. And the language that they talk in, their whole point is to confuse you. Legalese is not but confusion. It might sound the same, but it means something totally different. If you think I'm lying, right? If you think I'm lying, because I just did this earlier. If you think I'm lying, type in your browser, Discovery Definition Black Law Dictionary. Once you look at that, you're gonna be like, hold on, that's not the same term that I've been looking at. No, it's not. But they want you to believe it's the same thing. What is an indictment? But they want you to think an indictment is something bad. It's not. The indictment is nothing but a money presentment to attack your Federal Reserve secret account. Now the thing is, now that we going in that, watch this. Folks want to say Dana J is a conspiracy theorist, or better yet, he's a sovereign citizen. That will be the worst thing you can say to me.
Rock Squad, are y'all listening? Rock Squad, are y'all listening? Wake us up, Dana. I'm going to come back to you, Tommy and Mel. Wake us up, Dana.
Yeah, because a sovereign citizen is a person who's nothing but a terrorist because he believes that there's no law. He don't got to deal with no law, and that's a lie. A sovereign citizen is a terrorist. I'm going to say it again. And you can't be public and private at the same time. A sovereign is someone that's born to the earth. A citizen is somebody, but they got to be sworn in. So let me ask you a question. How are you a citizen of the corporation of the United States if you was never sworn in? It's just things that make you think. And then watch this. But I'm gonna go deeper. And Courtney, but I'm looking at you, Courtney.
Yeah, I got a bunch of roasters over here, Dana. As you can see, what this got to do with Donald Trump? Go ahead.
Now, I'm about to bring it all together. When they asked for Trump taxes, right? Have it ever dawned on you that nothing came about that after they got his taxes? And because he lived in the private, he is not a citizen. He live in a private. You'll see him say he a person, or you'll see him say he a human, but never a human being. And the difference is when you live in the private, it's certain criteria that you have to go by. And the United States is a show me, or the United States corporation is a show me type country, right? Or should I say a show me type corporation, right? Watch this. If they really wanted to press Donald Trump taxes, don't you think after you get pressed, there's a repress? And the stuff that he's willing to put out there, it will send this country into mayhem. Prime example.
You make me want to get back into my lessons. Come on.
Yeah, prime example. Why do you pay taxes? They'll tell you, oh, it's mandatory. No, only corporations supposed to pay taxes. And if you think I'm lying, go to your job and ask to see a W-4 and an I-9. And on the I-9, look at the bottom fine print. It says, upon signing this, you are acknowledging that you are no longer a sovereign, but you are entering into a corporation world. That means that you take all the debt and taxes for that company.
Give me that again, Dana. What is it?
For the I-9.
I-9.
Yep, and a W-4. And you go on the IRS website and get it.
A W-4. Let me let Tommy. I know my roasters can't wait to get you though. Let me bring Tommy and Dana J. I gotta definitely come back. Then I'm gonna come to you, Mel. Tommy, what's the issue with us being down with Donald Trump when Biden is no better? Come on, Tommy.
I mean, the issue, Shankrock, is the things we've been told. Simply that. The things we've been told. The things we've been told had us take sides. The things that they portrayed had us say, okay, well, look, we don't like him. And that's the thing. You understand? I mean, we get under the impression that we need to like everybody. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I like a lot of people who ain't good at nothing. You understand where I'm coming from, bro? I like a lot of people who ain't good at nothing. You can, yo, I just want us to, we need to get out of our feelings, okay? Believe in something other than just what you've been told. And if you think we playing and you think we don't know what we talking about, I mean, you know, you got Google. You can Google this information. Okay, you can Google that the wolf is no better than the sheep. I mean, the wolf is no better than the fox. They both on the same mission. They get that chicken on the dinner plate. How long we gonna stay chickens?
Facts.
How long are we gonna stay chickens? How long we gonna keep throwing these smoke screens and these all these excuses for people who failed us?
Facts.
We got all these excuses for Obama. He failed us. We got all these excuses for Biden. He failed us. Like, bro, come on, man. And I'm not saying Donald Trump didn't fail us too. But I just don't think he failed us nowhere near as miserably as Biden. Biden put on some shades, walked into the Breakfast Club and said that if you didn't vote for him, you wasn't black. I just wanted to know who the hell he thought he was talking to and why nobody checked him and told him, we ain't got to vote for you. And just because we don't vote for you, you really think you can tell us what the hell we ain't or what the hell we are? Bro, I wanted them to check him.
And they didn't.
You feel me? Like, why do we gotta be the people that go for anything?
Ooh.
love whatever gonna make us feel good in the moment. Okay, but has absolutely no substance, nothing tangible, nothing you or your people can reach and obtain with any form of ease.
Facts.
We gotta fight for everything.
Facts.
Bro, what good is the economy being what good is the economy being on in the black? What good is the economy being in the black if we not entitled to any of it?
That's a good question, Tom. It's a very good
Because all these other groups of people, they make sure they entitled to some of it. They make sure they entitled to some of these resources. But since us as black people don't have a self-interest, because we'll let them call us racist if we got a self-interest and say y'all the American people. But we only the American people when they need the numbers. Outside of that, we ain't the American people. Yo, do you know that Germany and United States went to war and they had prisoners of war, POWs, who could eat at the table with the white soldiers, and the black soldiers still had to eat outside in the cold? Okay, that a nation of men that you dealing with. You dealing with their sons and their grandsons. Understand that we the largest consumer class. And they have a vested interest in keeping us divided because they need our dollars. You see how our dollars circulate 6 hours in our community tops?
Tommy,
You know why? You know why? We don't produce anything. We don't produce anything, and it's by design. Okay, because if we spend our money with each other, how do they rebuild that economy that we taking away, putting in our own communities? See, they got a serious stake in our community. Why do you think that the only businesses in the black community that fail or struggle are the black businesses? Do you know that's by design? You are supposed to be the consumer class. And until we fight to get from under that, and that entitled, that's a fight we gotta settle. Because they broke it. So I hope you don't expect them to fix it. They need it broken. And you break a people by division with division. We can't agree on nothing. Even something as small as, look, let's get a common interest, and we don't care which one of them going to fulfill it. No, it got to be the one they like. If it ain't the one they like, damn if he going to fulfill our goal. It's like that dude who you going to do some business with, but he's so much of an idiot. He going to make $1 million out of this business, but because he don't like Tommy, he don't want Tommy to make the 100 G's that Tommy going to make, even though he going to make $1 million. Nah, he don't care nothing about that million if Tommy going to get to make that 100 G's because he don't like Tommy. See how his feelings take food off of his plate? That's how we as a people operate. If we don't like it, we'll destroy the whole ship. Not because we never satisfied with what we gonna get. We always looking at what somebody else gonna get. and use that to be the determining factor in how we make our decision and deciding to prosper. We can't prosper with each other if we won't work with each other. If we can't agree on nothing, we always got to be at odds over something silly. No matter how silly it is, I don't like him. Why? Because he don't like black people. Well, don't none of them like black people. Newsflash. Okay, they are tolerated the same way I tolerate it with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I like my people. I'd rather be around my people. And it's not that I'm racist against no other people. It's like I like the community and culture and understanding that I got with my own people.
Tommy, stay right there. Mel, I gotta get Mel in. Come on, Mel.
I kind of lost my train of thought, but everything Tommy's saying is true, but sometimes we have to figure out whose fault that is. So because of where and it's not all of us, but where some African Americans are financially or in that aspect, it's not their fault. I can remember something that Donald Trump said that was very, very insightful. So you know how sometimes people can give you a hint and you're supposed to take it and run with it? When he first came out about when he was going to give the what was it that he was giving? I can't the stimulus. Do you remember what he said to do with the money? He said invest it. Now he didn't say that just out of he said it for a reason. Being in that realm of things, I can tell you, millions and millions of Americans collected millions and millions of free money. You may say, "Oh, well, we're waiting for our reparations." I think they already gave it. Because I was in the industry working. So I know when we was under COVID and things weren't working, then we had to move from home, we had to work from home, then you had your small businesses that had the PPP loans, and then you had just regular Americans that was collecting not only their unemployment, but additional $600 a week added up. That went on for almost a year. Now add it up. How many people just took a portion of that to invest it? People were getting more money than they made on their jobs. That's why it was so hard to get people back to work. So they had to force, states had to force the minimum wage to go up instead of it titrating up. They had to force it to go up abruptly just to get people. Then they had to abruptly stop those FEMA payments to get people back to work. But how many people can say, well, I did invest 500. I'm gonna raise my hand, I did. Because it was there. I didn't receive unemployment loan because I've been working from home ever since. But I received enough to say I stacked my bank account because I didn't need that extra money. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I took a little bit and said, and got my investment idea from a great nephew. He was still in 11th grade in high school. He said, "Oh, Auntie, you need to invest here." And I did. But he said it. He said, invest the money. So if you're still looking for reparations, they've already paid it out. That was those extra FEMA check monies that you were getting along with that unemployment, or just the extra FEMA payments they was giving you just so you could sustain. They were paying reparations then. They had to figure out a way to pay it, and that's the way they paid it. And people got thousands and thousands of dollars. But I guarantee you, in every community, it was a freaking Amazon, UPS, FedEx truck rolling through that neighborhood all day, every day. People was ordering Peloton, swimming pools, you name it.
Flat
TVs,
screens.
they were buying stuff. But how many people invested? Even $500 is something. Because it was the right time to invest. But we didn't do that, so I understand that. And no disrespect to anybody in our chat, and don't take this the wrong way. But they've given out them reparations. And the only way they can give it is just the way they did it during COVID. They said, well, let's do this. We got all these trillions of dollars. Let's give it to the American people. And that's what they did. They did it for almost dang near a year. $600 a week. Some people, depending on their income, was getting $300. But you was getting that money every week. I'm sorry, but they gave it out. What you chose to don't do with it is sanely up to you. Mine that I was able to save helped me out tremendously when my daughter went to her freshman year of college. Because she was in a hotel, so I had to make sure she ate and stuff. But I took just a little bit and I invested it. But Donald Trump said, when he gave out that first $600 stimulus check, he said, invest the money. He said it. That was his message. But again, I guarantee you, UPS stock went up, FedEx stock went up, Amazon stock went up, Walmart stock went up. They was delivering too. Every day, all day for almost a whole year, 9 months, every day, all day. And I digress.
I'm gonna come to you, Dana. I want to go deep.
Sure? You sure?
Yeah, I want to go deep. I want because Courtney got jokes.
No.
Tanz's got jokes. Positive Vibes got jokes. This is a normal day.
Right,
it's a normal night over here. You understand what I'm saying? And
I'm with it. I'm with it.
It's my pleasure for them not to be roasting me. I know Tommy feel happy that they ain't roasting him. I'm gonna let them roast you.
That's good. That's good.
But
Let's
no,
do it.
I want to
say this.
I want to go deep, Dana. I want to chop it up.
No, I'm gonna let you read something.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Courtney, so you said I need to go take a president class and all of this and all that, right? And then I hear Ms. Mel say that we got reparations already. I have a question to ask before I present this document. And the question that I have to ask is, how do you pay a debt with a debt? Shank said we want to go deep. Let's go deep. How do you pay a debt with a debt? Because technically, if you have a $5 bill, a $1 bill, a $20 bill, I urge you to look at the front of it, the small fine print, and say what it say. Because it tells you that it's not money. And when I spoke on House Joint Resolution 192, I'm gonna just let Shank read it. Because I don't do things without facts.
They really ain't gonna listen to it. They don't believe nothing I say any damn way. So, but I'll read it.
So it's like with the House Joint Resolution joint, it's pretty much telling you. Matter of fact, it's pretty much telling you that at the end of the day, there's no money. Everything that we had and was backed by gold and silver, and that's pretty much done because the Rothschilds came in and stole everything. However, the way we paying our bills is totally wrong. And I can tell you that at the end of the day, you're supposed to discharge in your bills. So when you talk about stimulus money, there was never no money. That stimulus was an offset of what was going on for the corporation. Now the corporation is bankrupt. Now, since the corporation is bankrupt, there's no way that the mints are able to print any more so-called money, or should I say Federal Reserve debt notes. Everything that we spending now is everything that's in circulation. And the only reason why that it had value to it is because we say it do. But what makes the United States corporation so powerful? And it goes back to what the old folks say. The devil convinced you to believe that he don't exist. So what better way to have the people in chaos? And I hate to say this, but it goes back to the mothers.
Wake us up.
Have y'all thought about that when y'all go have your offspring, not a child?
Wake us up.
Now, if somebody say they had a child, I'm scared of you. But if you had an offspring, have it ever dawned on you why the people or the nurses or the doctors tell you you have to sign these paperworks, especially when you just got finished having your offspring, you under so much pain and so much everything. So I'm just trying to get y'all to see, but that's why I put the House Joint Resolution up there, because it tell you how you're supposed to pay your bills and you're supposed to discharge them. How do you discharge them? Through the IRS.
The sad thing, Dana, our people don't know the law.
Right.
And as deep as you got, it's a conspiracy. It's a lie. As deep as you got. Now, you just took them to a place where they've never been. I've taken the people to a place that they've never been. This is where I've taken the people at. I've taken the people to a Trump rally.
Right.
How gangster is that?
Yeah, that's very gangster. Well,
I've taken, and I'm gonna let you come back. I ain't forgot you, Tommy and Mel, but I've taken the people to a Trump rally. Firsthand, inside a Trump rally. And I came back. I checked the temperature. I've done that for the people.
Well,
it went over, hold tight, Dana. I got you though. It went over the majority of the people's head. Come on, Dana.
One thing I can say is this real quick, bro. I walk the walk. This is the seal from the United States. This is from the White House. I walk the walk. I reclaim my birthright. That means I'm not even in the corporation anymore. I can't pay taxes. If I pay taxes, I go to jail. And because I become a sovereign citizen then. I'm from Baltimore, and you see the gold seal. And you see the funny stapler. So when I see Courtney talk about, oh, it's conspiracy theories. Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. Because they want you to keep thinking that your tax dollars is paying for these roads. It's paying for you to do other things and getting all this stuff, and it's going in people's pockets.
Let me say this to Courtney, Tanzas, and Positive Vibes, and the rest of y'all down there that want to roast me. I'm about to send y'all asses to my office. Let me grab Tommy, Dana J.
Sure.
Slide in, Tommy.
Let Mel in. Just shank right.
Okay, come on, Mel. Because see, Mel got the numbers.
Right.
Dana is giving us the law. Come on, Mel.
So, I mean, it's basically, everything that we're saying and what he's saying as well.
Right.
They've always been able to find a way around everything, and I think because if you think about, and I'm just saying, if you think about Donald Trump, He went decades and never paid a tax. But how could he do that?
And because at the end of the day, you as a person, you as a human are forbid to pay taxes. A corporation can't do business with a human or a person or a man or a woman. See, a lot of people don't understand that, but they think, oh, I get a bill in the mail, I got to pay this. Is that bill to you?
So how does the IRS seize your things if you're not required?
But that's because a lot of people is in the corporation. And what they're doing is they going by corporation rules. When you reclaim your birthright and you become back a man or a woman and not a corporate entity, or should I say, prime example, let's go ahead, Mel. And because I'm about to answer that too. When you get when you get mail sent to you, is it in all caps or is it in proper form?
Oh my God, I can't answer that question right now.
Okay, do you have a bill or anything next to you that was sent to you by a corporation?
By a corporation?
Yes.
Uh,
A corporation
I-
means cable company, gas, electric.
let me see, because you must be watching me, because I swear I just spent the past 2 hours shredding like 3 stacks of mail that has been packing up. I don't open mail.
No, ma'am, I
Okay.
haven't been watching you. This is the first time I've seen you.
All right, let me see.
Up to your channel though.
Okay, so I have something. That came from the Fidelity Investments, and it's basically
And do it
my
say
name.
it's in all
my-
caps, right?
My name is in all caps.
That's not
The
you.
reason why they're sending this to me is in all caps, but everything is just regular font.
But that's not you. That's your corporate entity. That's your representative. That's not you. When you went in school, and this is why they're taking it out of school, they taught you the way that you properly serve yourself or get served or write your name is capital first letter, and everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
All caps means your corporate fiction. And my thing is, you can't address me. But then watch this. If you think I'm lying, Miss Mel, please do this tomorrow.
Okay.
Go to your post office, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ask to speak to the postmaster. And just let them know that you doing a study and you trying to figure out if something is true. And he's going to say, what is it? Ask him if you are able to stop all fictional mail coming to you that's not addressed to you in your proper name. Watch what he tell you. The first thing he's going to say is, do you address being mailed in all caps? And then he's going to tell you something like, this might be a straw man, or he might say, this might be a representative. That's not you. You was created, or should I say that was created with your birth certificate and your social security card.
This is true.
Ask yourself this question. When you sign an affidavit for your offspring in the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they call it an affidavit and a certificate of live birth, but you got to wait 2 weeks just to get a birth certificate?
Wake us up.
Wordplay. It's two
Wake us
different
up,
meanings.
gang. Wake us up.
It's two different meanings. And then on top of that, why do your birth certificate and social security card have a QSEP number? Those QSEP numbers are traced back to Federal Reserve banks. This is why the United States, the corporation, is so tricky and so clever, and people are scared of them because they trick millions of people into thinking that you are a citizen when they took you from man and female status and put you under corporate fiction status. And then from there, they take your certificate of live birth and put it on Wall Street and they trade on it. And see, and what I'm gonna do just for you tomorrow, and Ms. Mel, I'm gonna give you my channel. I'm gonna do it under my official Dana J channel. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up everywhere where they trading at, and I'm gonna use me as a model and show you how people was trading. And I have pages of people trading on my certificate of live birth until I reclaimed it. Now that I reclaimed it and I put liens on everybody, everybody went ghost.
Make sure everybody subscribes to Dana, the real Dana J's channel. Make sure everybody subscribes to the real Dana J's.
Courtney, let me explain something to you real quick.
See, Courtney got jokes.
No,
Go ahead, Dana. Go ahead. You can handle it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because see, let me bust Courtney down real quick. I purchased a car. Now watch this. I purchased the car from American Car Financial Center, and before they went under, right? When I purchased the car, I didn't make not one payment. I went and I signed my autograph, not signature. It's a difference. I signed my autograph. From that point, their head district called me and said, "Sir, did you sign for this new car?" I said, "I autographed for the new car. Now I have a question for you." And he said, "Yes." But I said, "Is it true that the car is already paid off since I've signed it?" And he paused. And he said, "What do you know?" But I said, "It's not what I know. It's what I know." And he said,
be going too deep, but continue, Dana. You might be going too deep, but
right,
continue.
Right. And he said, "This is weird." But I said, "It's not weird because you already know." And he said, "Sir, can you please not share this with anybody else?" And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because with you sharing it, you're going to wake up the masses. And let me help you. Are you African American or are you black?" I said, "I'm neither one." But he said, "Are you Caucasian?" I said, "Hell no." He said, "So what are you?" I said, "I'm an American national." And he said, "Oh." So he said, "Are you on a do not detain list?" I said, "Not yet, but I'm working on it." And he said, "Check this. You know how to discharge." I said, "I sure do." His reply shook me. His reply said, "Brother, you on the right path. I can tell you've been studying. A lot of people don't know that your signature, or should I say that your autograph, pays off your bill already. But we got a triple dip to keep everything going." That's what the corporation does. That's why when you go to a dealership, you ain't supposed to just sign their affidavits. You're supposed to negotiate. And you can take your own affidavit and you can negotiate in whatever car situation is. Because technically, once you sign, it's paid for. Because they take the affidavit, they monetize it at the Federal Reserve Bank, and they get from your private account there. Then they get from your debt notes. And then if you default on your debt notes, they go and hit your private account again and then make you a whole nother class as far as your scores, as far as your credit scores. So what they're doing is they triple dipping all the way around, and you don't know. That's why when you go to court, they tell you ignorance is not a defense.
Wake us up, Dana.
And because a lot of people go to court ignorant. "Oh, I didn't know that." And the judge will do like this. "Okay. Oh, he know how to discharge that repo." I don't have a repo. I've never had a repo, Courtney. But if you have one, I can help you get rid of it in less than 48 hours. When you know who you are, I can stand and laugh at the people who don't know who they are.
This is true.
And see, and Courtney, and you saying, "Oh no, I made more money, but I made money under Obama." Listen, Obama only cared about one class of people. And I'm not going to say it on here, but understand this. Is Michelle or is Michelle Michael?
You're going too deep, Daniel.
Because Big Mike ain't playing no games.
You're going too deep, Daniel.
Oh, so now you want me to go to sleep?
You're going too deep, Daniel.
And you want me to go to sleep?
Courtney gonna have the Mo 3 sector. She gonna have the whole damn Mo 3 sector on your head.
But you know, I put it like this. I mean, and she can't have a sector on me because Mo was my boy. So, and you know, see, I don't like talking about Mo because they bring back memories, man. And that man ain't had to go, man. But hey,
Mo 3 was nice with it though, Dana.
man,
He was nice with it. Because I just got put up on Mo 3 about a year ago. And
what?
I'm listening to the
No,
Mo 3.
no, I am not gonna let you get away with that. Cause I was listening to Mo 3 back when we was on Woodburn.
Mo
And that's
3
when he
was
had the
good.
little tapes. And you was like, oh, who that whack nigga?
Nah, not Mo 3.
You're like, who that whack nigga? But it always trying to sing and rap at the same time. So don't try to Shaq. You know I'm gonna get you.
Nah.
You know I'm gonna get you. You know I'm gonna get you.
Mo 3 something serious, Dana.
Oh yeah,
Boy,
definitely.
he was nasty.
Definitely. Mo 3 was man, gank this. Shout out to Roy Lee, man. Shout out to Roy Lee. Enough, man. That's why I say, like, yo, I refuse to get in the Mo 3 sector because it'll get personal for me.
Yeah.
It'll get personal. Because these are people that I actually hung around. Like I knew Mo when he first got his first deal. I was the first person that Roy Lee cracked on when he came to Atlanta. And like I told Roy Lee, hey, I crack on my own self, so you can't get on me. But if I roast your ass, you ain't gonna like it. And I used to talk about Roy Lee church shoes, aka Slippery Earls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So one thing I can say about it, man, is like, man, look, Courtney, the deflection is real. But understand this, Donald Trump is the best president for our time today. And when you understand this, in order to run a business, you got to have a businessman. You might hate what I'm about to say, but the first Bush was a businessman. He run the oil industry.
Yes, he was. And everybody should know that that's what the beef was about. And the beef continued to when his son went in. That's why his son went and got you know who. And the UN told him.
Man, watch this.
China told him. The stuff that you think Saddam got, we got it. But it was personal.
Watch this. 9/11, who you think orchestrated that? And I'm going to go ahead, Courtney. If you think a commercial airline plane can do that much damage, coming from San Francisco and coming from the Cayman Islands, I'm going to tell you, I got some oceanfront property in Idaho that I want to sell you. It's too much going. Listen, if they wanted to hit the Twin Towers, right? Again, I'm going to say this. That was the distraction. It's the 737 building. Why did that have to fall? What was in the 737 building that could have helped you walk the United States roads and don't got to pay nothing? Make yourself useful. Go do your research, Courtney. I would love to have this debate with you only on the Shank Rock Show. And I'll give you the first 3 rounds and I won't say nothing.
I don't know why Courtney won't pull up. I dropped the link. Pull up, Courtney.
And you know what? Courtney is that troll, but you can't do nothing but love.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Courtney is that troll, but you can't do nothing but troll.
She gonna get you now. You called her a troll. She get ready to get you.
I mean, but that's all she been doing all night is trolling.
Yeah, but she get ready to get you. She don't like to be called a troll.
Listen,
She get ready
this
to get
ninja
you.
funny. Hey, look, Cape Cod Beaches said Tower Dollar. What is it? Tower 5, right? Right. Tower 5. Why did that have to fall? And then second of all, watch this. My son up on his game. Okay. Tell your son I said holler at me over on Twitch because I'm a gamer too. Why do it take United States military commercial airline planes, or no, I'm sorry, non-commercial oil tankers to set off the towers and for it to implode every 5 stories? Because when the plane goes straight through, or should I say when the plane hit, if it's that powerful, the building's going to topple. That's that tall, right? I've never seen a building implode every 5 floors. Not once in your face, but twice.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Real Dana J. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Real Dana J. Go ahead, Dana.
So I just need to figure out, like, are you going to try to tell me that the laws of gravity and physics have lied to me like the government has been lying from day one? These are things that people have to really get into their mind. Reprogram yourself. Reprogram yourself. And the way you do it is by researching. You're going to get mad because a lot of stuff that you learned has been wrong. Just like they told you, school is a great thing. School is a breeding ground for jail. That's why they don't want you homeschooling, because homeschooling, you're free. But watch this. And you got to be to school by 8:30. That's when the bell ring, right? In jail, when it's time for feed up in the morning for breakfast, the bell ring. When it's time to move in jail, and the bell ring. When it's time to move from class to class in school, the bell ring. If you do something wrong in school and you go to the principal office, right? If you do something wrong in jail, but that means you go to the warden. Same damn model. But at home, you don't have a bell. You're free spirited. You can ask for things. You can ask for knowledge. You can get one-on-one. But why do, I can't say that word, why do men or women, not parents, that's what I'm saying, why do men or women refuse homeschooling? And the first thing they say, oh, I got to work. What was Donald Trump trying to teach you? How to be what? Self-sufficient. To the point where you can be an entrepreneur and work for yourself. That means you can spend more time with who? Your offspring. But Obama and them want you to work 8 to 10 hours, which is a conspiracy, because you're working to pay yourself. And somebody like Courtney going to jump in here and say, well, I got to have an income. Watch this. You are not selling houses, so you don't get an income. You earn wages for your time that you put in. Oh, Shank got his Trump stuff. Oh, man, where was you at? And when Trump had to turn himself in?
You see me? You see me? I was on the Shanquilla case. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You see me, though?
Man, I see you out there looking good, man. You bragging. That's the one I ain't go to. That was the one that was in South Carolina, right?
Yeah, Rock Hill.
Yeah. Man, but don't make me go ahead and put my Trump stuff up.
Hey, all the black folks gonna be wearing Trump merch now. Watch.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. Listen. All jokes aside, if y'all have Twitter, go like, share, subscribe to Laura Loomer. So much is coming out, and it's going to scare you from this point on, because now, and we got 3 things that's about to happen. and we got the 14 days of darkness that's about to happen, and we have the cell phone outages that's about to happen for every carrier. AT&T just showed you. And we got the EBS, but it's about to happen. Because truth to be told, they are prepping for a civil war.
I said that. Didn't I tell you that, Shane?
Mm-hmm.
I told you we doomed if we do it, and we doomed if we don't.
Yes.
They ain't had no Chinese air balloons break all the way over here getting shot down in South Carolina for nothing. They wanted to see how far it could get.
Yes, I do talk about but I talk about all the laws. I talk about all the laws. Yep.
Because see, that's where it's at. Because what you say the judge gonna say to you, ignorance to the law is no excuse.
No excuse, yeah. And the first thing the judge gonna do, listen, they catch you. They in court, they make you tell on yourself.
Every time. If you
And the
don't know
first
that
thing
law.
they say, right? And the first thing they say is all rise. And if you stand up, you dumb. That means you are giving them jurisdiction over you. And then when they see you not following that model, but they're gonna say, "Oh, can you come up to the front?" And you let them know, "I can't cross the bank because I can't swim."
Mm. You
And
heard
the first
them,
thing they
Dana.
gonna say is, "Oh,
You
and
heard
you
them.
can't what?" I've had a judge try to change jurisdiction on me 3 times.
You heard them, Dana. You
And
heard
she
them.
got so mad because I played with her all 3 times. And then when I got tired of playing with her, I asked 3 questions. Can you produce the person that I supposed to have injured? Because in order to bring a lawsuit against somebody, there have to be an injured party. And what I just said, it confused them. And because a person can't be injured, only a corporation can be injured. Second thing I said was, who's going to be here to indemnify me? The judge turned bloodshot red. And my last question is, can you bring the bond so I can settle it? She slammed the mallet and took off her robe. Get him out my courtroom. Don't come back. Don't come back. My case was dismissed by the time I got downstairs.
You hurting them, Dana. You hurting them.
That's all I'm asking. If you say I did something wrong, show me.
You hurting them, Dana. They wasn't ready for your sword. They wasn't ready for your sword.
Then I'm gonna go here. For all the fathers out there, yeah, this not all about women. And for all the fathers who think that they can make offspring and just run off, you're a sorry piece of son of a gun. And I'm gonna be honest. I hope that the fathers that do that and the women supposed to take y'all to child support, even though child support is illegal. It's unconstitutional. It separates the powers of the Constitution. But for the fathers that take care of their offspring, I advocate for y'all, because y'all the ones, or we the ones, that continue taking care of our offspring, hell with what the mama say. And that's if you with the mom or not. But these ladies, y'all got to wake up. Y'all got to stop signing contracts and signing y'all offspring over. And if you think I'm lying, you're a mother, and before you go into the child support office, when you come out, you're an obligee, which means you're obligated to do whatever the government tell you to do. Just like the so-called daddies are obligors at that point because they don't know how to fight back, which technically they can have you arrested. I'm just saying whatever that sounds good, right? If you think I'm lying, just do what I say do. Just try it. I mean, Trump do it all the time.
They want to know how much I'm getting paid.
So my question is this, Courtney, I'm gonna mess with you the rest of the night. Courtney, my question is, why are you a Democrat? Or should I say a Democrat?
Uh-oh. You cutting them, Dana. You cutting them, man. You cutting them.
James Pryor said, Dana, can you explain why Biden letting these immigrants? And because they're here to replace the melanated people. That's their job. They're here to replace us here on Turtle Island. And I'm going to go a little deeper because ain't none of us African. Most of us, and the ones who ain't come from the Middle East or Africa, are indigenous. We're Indian. Do your research. Do your bloodline. You're going to come back to either Samoan or you're going to come back to Indian.
Boy, you're going to have to pull up over here every day. You done started something. They going to come for me, boy. They going to come, boy. And it's going to be a whole rack. Hey, Mel, hold them off. Mel, hold them off.
Listen.
They coming for me. I already know they going to come for me.
I pull up and we'll rock out. At the end of the day, you look like Sid off of Ice Age. Oh, that's funny. But that's funny, Salah. I mean, I wish I knew what you look like. Because a dandelion don't grow legs or talk or type.
So you got a real one. James Pryor, a real one. You got a real
James.
one.
Definitely, man. I'm going to be talking about all that. And tomorrow I'm talking about the Fannie Willis thing. Oh, don't miss that. Don't miss that.
That's insane.
Come on in, Mel, with your numbers. See, Mel got them numbers. You know what I mean? You know the statistics.
But hey, Mel,
Because you gotta do a lot of I research stuff, so and then you actually send them in a different area of my research. But I just remember, like, sometimes things have to stick out to you because sometimes when people say something to you, they don't just say it because they're blowing smoke. They're telling you to do something. And I just always remember he said that when he sent out that first stimulus, he said invest it. I swear.
Invest. And because now New York is the model. In about a week, and New York gonna be a third world country because ain't no trucks going up there. None. Ain't no trucks going up there. Next stop is gonna be California. And you gotta ask yourself, why New York and California?
I'm always starting trouble. Blame it on Shank. Shank always starting trouble. Every demonstration, I'm starting trouble.
Come through with that, Dana.
Huh?
Come through with that.
I'm just saying, New York, right, is one of the major Wall Street places, right? And if you bankrupt Wall Street, and you bankrupt the so-called rest of the corporation, right? Trump main thing was invest and let's drain the swamp, right? How do you drain the swamp unless you get it in court? And the only way you can drain the swamp is if you put proof out in court. Prime example, let's look at what happened with Fannie. It's been proven that she lied under oath. Trump put something yesterday in court. Fannie reacted and said, that's illegal. He can't do that. He can be charged for it. Wait a minute. If you lie under oath, you are not able to prosecute this man. And you prosecuting him for nothing. Ask yourself this question. And Mel, and your numbers person, Shank said, right? If me and Shank running for president, right? And Shank is up by damn near 4 million votes, right? And I'm just throwing numbers out there. It's nothing approximate, but I mean, if it's not accurate, it's approximate. Shank up by 4 million votes. Everything shuts down and stops at 2 a.m. in the morning. At 6:30 in the morning, I'm up by 400 votes. You ain't gonna think something wrong with that?
Of course, it's questionable always.
Let's make this make sense. Watch this. And my homeboy, Courtney, don't get mad because I'm caught. Hey, Courtney, do I gotta put your diaper back on? I gotta put the diaper back on. Are you mad, Courtney? Are you mad or no? But that's all I want to know. Are you mad or no? Here's the question, Courtney. What are you investing in? Trump ain't never tell you what to invest in, and because he wants you to know that there's good ground and bad ground. Okay, people who believe in Trump smells like fart and musk. Okay, I got a question. What did Trump say that was wrong? What did Trump say that was wrong? Trump is the only president that never took a salary. Trump is the only president that's not related to the bloodline. Because everybody else is related. The Clintons, the Obamas, I'm sorry, Barry Soreto. I'm definitely going to get under your skin now. Barry Soreto. That shouldn't have never been president because he wasn't born here. Let's go there. Trump always talked politics and how to further people. And the first thing Trump said was, I don't want to go to Chicago because the black people in Chicago just don't make sense. Why should I help the black? Why should we help the black people in Chicago? Remember the gun closers in New York. Thank you. Yep. Trump asked the question, why should we help the black people in Chicago? And only the so-called black people got upset. And I laughed. And folks are like, well, Dana, you're black. No, I'm not. I'm indigenous. Black means deaf. So what Trump was saying is, why should we help dead people that acknowledges being dead? You should only want to help people that want to live, right? That's living.
We don't know the law. We don't know the law. Dana J is giving y'all the law. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. He's putting us up on game. Man. He's giving us the law. The law. It's the law. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove. The law. They use wordplay. It's about the wordplay. The law. He's giving it to us.
I discharge my debts. What you see is a 1099 OID. And you see what it say? I discharge all my debts. Everything. This 1099A. I got a 1099C and a 1099D. And if I really want to get gangster with it, hold on. If I really want to get gangster with it, I can create my own negotiable instrument. Where I can walk into any car dealership and pay for my own shit.
Noble Drew Ali brought us our nationality. The Moors has been teaching the law for years. This is true. This is true. Noble Drew Ali brought us our nationality. Now, whether you claim, whether you take up your nationality or not, that's on you. However, he brought us the law.
Courtney, you know what? I really rock with Courtney. Yo, she's a real study.
She said you study
bankruptcy law. I love it. She's a, you know what, Courtney, you can sub to me any day. Lord have mercy, I would love you over there. But let's keep it real, man. We have to protect one another, honestly. Because soon we ain't going to be able to eat the food. So who can plant their own stuff?
What food?
Or should I say,
we don't hardly have no food here in this country. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but
see, Mel, I've been trying to ease it in, but then give it to him because I don't want nobody committing Hadakini on my on my tab. I don't want nobody to be like, Shake, you had date on there, and somebody jumped out the window head first. Listen, I don't want none of that. Only thing I'm saying is, seriously, man, like, for the mothers who love their offspring, love on your offspring and teach them to study. Get out of Webster. Go to the international law or study Black Law Dictionary. Right now, we in 11. So I mean, you got 11 editions to study. And trust me, they trying to tamper with Black Law Dictionary. But I'm going to go here. We might not have too much more time for that now that the queen is dead and everything is bankrupt. And Shank, and send me your email because I send you all the bankruptcy stuff for the United States, the corporation. You're really going to be like, yo, this is too much. It's too much to consume. You cannot unsee these eyes. Hey, listen.
But you see a turn in things when the queen died. It took a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But see, now they call it in. Now it looks like Harry's finna go take over. But he wanted to get rid of that, all that queendom, kingdom. He wants to.
Nah, Mel, Harry about to be out of here. But they about to do away with him. Just like they tried to assassinate Trump 2 days ago. But the white hats ain't letting that happen. See, it's a lot. Charles got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have anything to do with he's stupid.
Well, I'm Charles, but I know instead of William, they call Harry. But Harry, as we all know, don't want. He thinks all that stuff is out of date anyway. It shouldn't be no kings and queens and all of that. But they're not gonna let it happen because I think too many used to living under that royalty.
Well, England about to fall. It's only a matter of time now. England is about to fall. But I got a question to ask you, Mel. When they announced that the queen had passed away, is that when she passed, or did she pass a year before then?
Now you went back a year. I didn't go back that far. I went 4 months.
Okay.
I didn't go back a year. I went 4 months. I think she was gone about anywhere between 4 to 6 months before they announced it.
Nope, a whole year.
It was a whole year. Okay.
It was a whole year, and they had her body double. But if you notice, her body double got killed in a car crash 6 months before they announced it.
Wow.
Like prime example.
But when she passed, I didn't think she had just passed. I personally thought she had been dead about 4 or 6 months.
Yeah. Yep. But it's been a whole year. Question: have you seen Hillary Clinton's last interview?
I have to be totally 100. No, because I never really cared for her that much, but I don't know what it was.
They did a terrible job on her mask. And you seen the flabbiness from the mask and the overlapping, and you seen the wire go up. I said, it's like they don't care no more, but they putting it in front of you. Just like what I seen a video yesterday of Carter's ex-wife, and before she passed, and she talking about eating kids. And I'm just like, when will people wake up and realize that this stuff is really serious? And Trump is trying to stop all the pedophilia. Pedophilia is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And you got Judge Sif that have kids in cages. And you got Biden and his son that got kids everywhere sniffing dope off of kids. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Now I'm going to go here. And now I'm going to shake everybody up. Mel, you ready for this one?
That's right.
Is Jeff Epstein dead? Hold on. Everybody don't get quiet now. Hey, Mel.
I ain't have to help now more, you rotten asshole.
You know what I'm saying? Mel, I'm just saying, is he dead?
You put me.
I don't know.
Well, according to Ghislaine Maxwell paperwork, it's quite funny that he's supposed to be testifying. Now I'm trying to figure out how the hell that's going to happen. He got you looking goofy with it. No. You just looking goofy hiding behind an avatar because you don't know what's going on.
I know the law, so I know where he getting at. I know the law. He just giving y'all the law. That's all. He breaking the law down. He giving it to you for free at that.
Right, because I definitely could charge for my time. But
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
charge for information, but I charge for time. Charity said, sad, we are in big trouble. Yes. I put like this, and I know people going to say, oh, Lord. Have anybody watched the Tucker Carlson interview with Putin?
I haven't.
Go watch that interview. Putin said it. I do not want Donald Trump as president because then I can't do what I want to do.
Mm.
And Putin really want to bomb the United States and take back the part of the United States that's Russia's, which is Alaska.
Mm.
Okay, so let's take it. Let's take that a little further.
Okay.
Remember, guys, around what was it last year? Around what was it, October, November, when FEMA did that test of the emergency broadcasting system, and there was people who said, "Oh, I turned my phone off. I don't want the government to know where I am. Oh, I didn't do." Remember that?
Yes.
And I thought, like, that's the strangest damn thing I ever seen. Here I live in Florida, and we have hurricanes blow up through this place every year. Destruction. They ain't sending out no EBS. They doing that for a reason. They're preparing.
Well, the big EBS is about to come, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
They preparing.
I'm afraid, Mel, for the people
Ditto.
who refuse to accept knowledge.
Ditto.
Because they're not going to know how to live. They're not going to know which way to turn. When them folks come and knock on your door and say, are you a U.S. citizen or are you American national? And depending on the way you answer that, and depending on if you end up in the back of Walmart or if you end up living where you living at. I'm just, it's weird.
They don't know the law, and I'm keep stressing it because they don't know the law. But as the judge stated, ignorance to the law is no excuse, and we wonder how a few of us that got captured. We wonder how. Now we could go by what they show us, but it's deeper than that. It's what Dana is saying. If they knock on the door, see, a lot of us make the statement. If I was back then, I wouldn't have never been a slave. I couldn't have never been a slave.
Slavery was a choice.
And see, when Kanye said it, it went over the people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this right here. You down with Donald Trump, it's going over the people's heads.
Now, Courtney, I must say this. Beyonce did not make a country song. That song was stolen from the king of R&B. That Texas Hold'em, that was on R. Kelly's country song. Nah, Courtney, don't go nowhere, man. Listen, man.
Courtney been saying she leaving for the last hour. She ain't going nowhere.
Yo, I rocks with her. Hands seriously, I rocks with Courtney. And because at least you know what you're dealing with. She ain't hiding behind no avatar, and she telling you how she feel, whether it's funny, whether it's serious. But this a lie, Lord Dandelion want to be Lord Dead Flag or Dead Flower. I'm trying to figure out if she got flower power or what. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, that one. If you're going to be goofy, at least get paid for it. Don't do it for free. Well, shit. I guess that Dandelion did for free, ain't it?
The Cash App is $ERICMCINT. If y'all would like to support the channel, the Cash App is $ERICMCINT.
You ain't monetized yet, bro?
Huh?
You ain't monetized over here yet?
I got to monetize.
How?
Somebody reported my channel for reused content.
Nah. We'll talk. I got you. Reuse content. Everybody. Listen. In about 2 years, YouTube is going to be a thing in the past.
Yeah.
It's going to be a thing in the past. I'm telling y'all now, go to Rumble. All this Trump shit. Courtney, but you got to understand this right here. If you're going to pick the lesser evils, I'm going to pick the other lesser evil, but that's going to have me going. Understand this. In order to defeat an asshole, you need a bigger asshole. And the bigger asshole is who? Someone that's not on nobody's payroll and somebody that can't be persuaded by money, or should I say by financial wealth and debt notes. Because see what's going on, Trump is about to show you something. And what he about to show you is this right here. You saying that my net worth is what? Is less than $2 billion. Now watch this. He just closed on a deal where his net worth got boosted up to 8 million. No, I'm sorry. 4 billion. It's 4 billion. And because it's a 3 partnership deal. Now, watch this. How did Trump F up the country, Courtney? Under Trump, and you made the most money. You ain't had to pay you ain't had to pay hardly no taxes. And you got to live the American dream, which is pretty much being an entrepreneur. That's what the American dream really is. It's being an entrepreneur. And not living under nobody else's rules, but maintaining your own. Let's keep it real. If COVID ain't never come through and Trump ain't never positioned us in the way we wouldn't have been on YouTube. We would have still been out there trying to find jobs. Not knowing that YouTube is a job because it's a business.
Salute PM channel. Salute PM channel.
That's why it's imperative, if you're going to be here, you got to like, share, subscribe, Shank channel. On top of that, hit the Cash App. Let the man know you appreciate him. Baltimore Gas and Electric ain't free.
Oh, man.
Georgia Power ain't free. Understand this. You got to know how to run a business. And Courtney, you strike me to be a business person, a businesswoman, right? I'm quite sure you ain't giving nobody nothing out your business for free, are you? Or as Trump say, do I gotta be American? Look, see, hell no. So if you're not giving nobody nothing out your business for free, why should anybody else give anybody else something for free? If you hit that Cash App and you can do it, and you can spend anywhere from $1 up to $5,000. Nothing is too great, nothing is too small. Just let Shank know how great that you appreciate him, so that way he can handle it all. That's why I am for me. Fuck anyone else. So now you don't have a problem with Trump. You got a problem with everybody else around you. That sounds like an internal problem now. But Courtney, as a mother, you are doing great because you're handling yours and anything attached to you. So I will never take that from you.
Courtney.
Oh, go ahead, Shank.
Now, I just want to run this clip real quick, Dane.
Oh, I can't flirt with her. Nah.
Safe neighborhoods, rising wages, good jobs, great education, and the return of the American dream, then congratulations, you are a Republican. It's pretty simple. Joe Biden and the radical left have abandoned everything Black Americans care about. They've really let you down. Look, we all understand it. They've thrown Black Americans overboard, and it's been not a pretty thing to watch. You take a look at some of these inner cities, but I and the Republican Party will fight for the Black community like you have never had anybody fight for you before. And with me, you will never be taken for granted. You will never be taken for granted. They've taken you for granted. Do you ever notice they always come around about 2 months before an election? Then they get your votes, and then they go on, and 4 years later they come and say hello, or 2 years, depending on what office we're talking about. But they come back and they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing until it's election time.
Uh-oh. Hey, Courtney, I got a question. Courtney. Are you a Confederate? And Miss Sunny said, man, y'all ain't playing with me today. Miss Sunny sit back listening like I'm taking notes. Courtney, are you a Confederate? That's all I want to know.
Salute LaJessica. Salute LaJessica.
Hey, LaJessica. Courtney, are you a Confederate? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But if you're a Democrat, you're a Confederate. Because that's all they believe in is Confederacy. And they are the ones that create the Confederate flag. And remember, it was the Republican Party that freed ye so-called slaves. I see nobody want to talk facts.
They don't know the law. That's why we get burnt by the law every time. But if you know the law, they're going to back up all for you. From the police to the judge, they're going to back up all for you when you know the law.
That was before they switch. No, that's now time. That's now time. The Democrats are Confederates. It wasn't free. It was liberty. Oh, there it is. Cape Cod, no. Now, will I say the Republican Party is an innocent party? No, because you got a bunch of rhinos over here. And you got a bunch of rhinos in the Republican Party. Hello, Nikki Haley. No.
You got a rally coming up Friday in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, I might take a drive for that.
Yeah, but she lost her state.
Black Wall Street was Republican. Yes. That's why they bombed it, and because they refused to integrate. So hold on. Nikki Haley lost her state to Trump. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's over then. It's over then. If you lost your state and you lost everything else, what are you fighting for? Other than Nikki Haley has unipartied, meaning that she got some rhinos and she got some Democrats. And what's going to happen is, if you listen to Trump's speeches, he pretty much tell you that people about to get caught up. And you have to know that they won't go to regular court no more. It's military tribunals. And if you ever known about a military tribunal, it's way worse than any court you ever been in. I wouldn't wish the military tribunal on my worst enemy. Because once you go there and you sentence, you have 7 days to either pick your death or they will give it to you, but you got 7 days to live. That's the harshest court ever.
Is that the one? Is that also known as the World Court?
No.
Is that the same thing? Okay.
Now, the World Court is known as the International Court. And the military tribunals, it's like, let's just say if your evidence is like 60-40, right? You can appeal the military tribunals up to the International Court / World Court. But if the evidence is anywhere 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, 100-100, there's no appealing. 7 days and you out of here. And you only got four ways to pick: hanging, injection, gallows, or firing squad. Courtney said, James, get your facts together. Republicans were Democrats. Not true at all. Not true at all. Not true at all. You ain't start having that until Nixon. But the people that strong on the Republican Party, they weren't Democrats. They were rogue people. And they wanted to rule something in their way. So when they got kicked out of the out of the Republican Party, then they went and hijacked the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party let them do what they want to do.
Let me ask your opinion on why do you think that some of the heavy hitters dropped out of the presidential race early, i.e., DeSantis, Christie?
Oh, okay. Let's go down the line. And the sanctimonious don't have a chance. Christie don't have a chance. Vivek Swamy, I love the guy. I think he about to be vice president. It's either him or Boebert, but it's about to be vice president. But Vivek know that his time is coming. So he's going to rally behind Trump, which shows that he's here to unite. Am I missing somebody?
DeSantis.
Oh, the sanctimonious, he's an idiot. Listen, and without Trump, he's nobody. He wouldn't even have won governor if Trump ain't endorse him. Ben Carson don't know enough. Ben Carson formed policies where everybody would be trying to separate Siamese twins.
Wait, hold on for 1 minute. Wait, hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
You said Ben Carson.
Yeah, James said, I thought it would be Ben Carson as VP.
Wait. Ben Carson. Ain't nobody heard Ben Carson name since he was appointed the HUD thing in the beginning of Trump.
Oh, no. Oh no.
No, but I haven't even heard the man's name. I didn't know if he was still living or not.
Yeah.
I'm not being lying. I'm not lying. I'm serious. Like I always ask, whatever happened to Ben Carson
Ben
since he
Carson.
messed up Hood?
Ben Carson has been on a nice little path right now. I don't know what happened in between him and Hood, but
It's
also
just like where the programs was like none funded.
but see, you gotta look at it. Is that on purpose, or should I say, was that by design, or was that something that
I think it was no. Me personally, I think it was by design, because you have to think about it this way: when the recession of 1929, and then I think who was in office, Roosevelt, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They see what happened was he really felt sorry for the American people, because the American people were, and they were working, they were hardworking people who saved their money in coffee cans. But then they taught these people to invest in Wall Street, and they misused the money, I guess, and it crashed. And they had like, you know, you know, a lot of the white American men, they were jumping to their deaths out of the factory windows where they worked, just so that their families could get the life insurance money, and black men left home so that their wives can get the welfare and stuff like that. But those programs that he created were not created to last forever. But then it became a crutch, and nobody knew how to back out of it. The only the one person that attempted to back out of it was Clinton, to kind of like slowly make it harder, for it was like for the women that were getting welfare, they had to attend training classes or they would cut the benefits off, and just different things like that. If they were getting 4C for their kids, they had to be attending some kind of training, because before then they was just running rapid, just dropping kids off at the daycare centers for free, and they weren't doing anything else to improve themselves. So I think Bill Clinton was the one president that started to kind of back out of that by making, creating other programs for the recipients of all of these other welfare programs to attend job training, which was free, and different things like that. So it wasn't created to last forever. That's why, there's so much talk about Social Security, but they said that Social Security was not created to last forever either. However, if you're deducting money from working people's checks that you say you're putting into the Social Security fund, then where is that money going?
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you two questions.
Okay.
Why was welfare created? Do you know?
Well,
You know what? No. But I'm sorry. Let me ask you this way. Why was the Welfare Reform Act created?
let's see. Why was it created? You mean the Welfare Reform Act? Why was it created?
Why was the Welfare Reform Act created?
Is that what I just discussed with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't I just discuss that?
No, you left out a key factor.
Okay, tell me the key. I'm a learner, so you have to tell me.
Right. For the Welfare Reform Act was only put in place to push the melanated men out of the household.
Right. So that's pretty much what I said. The black men left home.
Right. We ain't leave. They pushed us out.
Right. You know what I meant.
And the thing about it was the women were forced to choose a system that made them cripple to what they already were.
Mm-hmm.
That's why now you have so many problems in the household whereas though women want to be either the head or equal. And that's because the men has been pushed out, and the grade of men is pretty much becoming extinct, because men now, certain men, not all, certain men will say, oh, I'd rather have 50-50. You can't have 50-50. If you are the head and not the tail, right?
Mhm.
There's no way you and your girl, you and your wife can split bills down the middle. Because at the end of the day, y'all just roommates. So who's going to take charge? And nowadays, you find more women saying, oh, I can do it by myself if I got to deal with this. Instead of men just saying, nah, I don't care if you are the breadwinner. I'm going to take care of the majority of the bills. And you are entrusting yourself that your household will be good. And because if you have the type of woman that's going to look out for you, then guess what? She going to see you busting your butt, paying the bills. Babe, I'm going to get this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I got you. These are the key factors that the government has put in place to destroy households. Not just melanated households, but all households. The government wants you to depend on them. Trump wants you to be what we were from day one, self-sufficient. So if we self-sufficient, why should we rely on programs that was created to make us weak?
Dig it. So all of that, because the thing about it is when in the recession, when Wall Street crashed, so did Black Wall Street as well.
Black Wall Street ain't crashed when Wall Street crashed.
Hmm?
Black Wall Street didn't crash when the first time Wall Street crashed. Black Wall Street ain't crash.
How long after that?
Actually, to be honest, Black Wall Street didn't crash, but that's why they bombed it. And because they was trying to figure out how did that Wall Street crash and Black Wall Street never crashed. So they said, hey, we don't want nobody to have a model better than us. So what do? We scam and we kill them. Let's bomb them.
I mean, I'm gonna look at one thing here. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question, Ms. Mel. The Obamacare, do you consider that a ripoff? Hello? Miss Mel? Damn, everybody that goes.
No, I'm sitting here, but like I put it on mute. I put it on mute because I also be, usually when I'm here, I like to research stuff, so I like to come with facts.
Thank you so much.
So when you work in that industry kind of every day, you kind of see both sides to that. Do I think that was one of the best things that was created? No, it's not a ripoff. But see, it's understanding. See, what I've learned is that a lot of times when people are, even when they're working and they're choosing their plans, to cover their, they don't read to understand what they're choosing. And so what they do is they go and they make elections and based off certain things. Like some people make their election based off payroll deductions. Like, okay, so how much do I want to come out my check? Now I can cover, myself, my spouse, and my 3 kids. There's 5 of us on this plan. But what's the cheapest plan I can choose to cover my family? Okay, we cover. So then they have a plan and say, oh, go to the doctor's office. And I got a $25, $30 copay. We good with that.
What is the copay?
But Copay is where you share the cost. So say for
You know what?
instance,
Ms. Mel,
what?
Ms. Mel, I'm not even gonna set you up like that. I'm not gonna do that. I just had to change it
But
up.
you can't. Yeah,
I
but
ain't
you
gonna
can't set me up.
right,
You
but
can
I'm not.
set me up because again, I'm going to say that when it comes to a lot of things drive medical costs because it has other factors. And I know we have all these different things about all the other things that go on in the country. But at the end of the day, we are here, period. This is where we are. So us having this conversation is not going to change anything.
Okay,
It's
good.
just, it's making people knowledgeable, but it ain't changing things. You feel
All right,
me?
all right, good.
So
So
then I could, right. So I can only speak on what is the here and now, right? And just what I learned.
okay, so I can say this, Miss Mel, and without you getting upset.
I'm
Right?
not upset.
No. I'm saying I can say this and without you getting upset.
Oh yeah.
Social Security Act is a Ponzi scheme. Would you agree?
Based off of a interview that I heard of Donald Trump's, not Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan from decades ago. Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because let me ask this question. How is the same loan that you go to school on is the same loan that they use to lock you up on and the same loan that they use to give you so-called retirement on? You don't find that being odd and weird? That Title 4D is the same loan that they use with everything? Title 4D is your Pell Grant.
Right.
Title 4D is child support. Title 4D is also your 401k. Now, how is that possible?
It's not.
But it is because they do it every day. They got you thinking, oh no, I get my Social Security check. Oh no, I'm going to college. I get my Pell Grant. Oh god damn, I gotta pay child support. But when you look at it, it's all the Social Security Administration Act, which is Title 4D.
Courtney, you've been saying good night for the last 2 hours now.
So basically everything that you're doing is based off money that you're already investing.
Now watch this. I'm glad you said that because it goes back to my earlier question. How are you investing money when there is money? When there is no money? How do you pay a debt with a debt? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do you one better. Do you got your pocketbook near you, Miss Mel?
Mm-hmm.
I know you got $1 in there, don't you?
I don't. No, I not in my purse. I don't. But
You're
I
a
don't have
female.
$1 at all because.
You're a
Oh
female.
yeah, you know.
Mel.
But
you
know
got
what?
$1 somewhere.
No, I don't. I'm lazy about cash. But hold on, I might have $1. Let me see.
Trust me. And if it's not, one thing I learned about women, if y'all don't got $1 or some bills in your pocketbook and you got it in your bra, if you don't got it in your bra, and you got it in your drawer underneath your third row of pantyhose, I'm telling you what's going on.
Well, you know what? I had $5
Okay,
that I've been carrying. So yeah, I got $1.
good. And the upper left-hand corner is bold black, but it's small. Please read it for the people.
Let me tell you something. My eyes ain't all that good, and I got on glasses and contacts. But let me see.
Listen, hold on. This go for the lights in your house. Clap on.
No, the lights are on. It says, wait, hold on.
Yeah, Lady V. It's bold. It's in the front. If you got a
Oh, you
dollar,
mean where it says this note is that?
keep going.
Oh, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private.
So where's the money at? What you're spending
It's
is
a note.
Federal Reserve debt notes. And they got you blindsided by saying it's money. When the real money is them trading your bonds on Wall Street. That's how the United States corporation is so powerful, because they doing the Jedi mind trick. And
Oh, I can believe that. It's the same way with your money in the bank. They
You
they
don't
spend
have
all
no
night. Right, there's money because whatever it is, they're anyway. They're just trading all night with debt. Well, you might make me go back to my grandmama and way up and keep my money in the coffee can. That's why they got to use in plastic. The paper money ain't hardly no good no more. You got to use the card. Electronic transfers, right?
Hey, Ms. Mel, I told you I ain't want to do that to you, right?
No, I'm a learner. No, I'm a learner.
Listen, and the only reason why they trying to go digital is so they can control you. Because if they go digital, but they know what you spending, what you buying, where you at, where you spending at, and how much you have. But when you off the grid, they don't know nothing. That's why they throwing astronomical numbers up at Donald Trump. 375 million. Come on, for a lawsuit where nobody got hurt, injured, killed, or nothing? Stop.
Salute, Black Triangle.
And salute, Black Triangle. So I'm just saying, and Ms. Mel, you got to understand, we are living in the perilous times. We are living in bad times right now.
Oh, I believe that. I told
Bye-bye,
Shank that
Courtney.
the other day. That
Man, she been
we
saying
damned
that
if
for the
we do,
last
damned
3
if we
hours,
don't.
Dana. Go ahead, Mel. Courtney been saying bye for the last 3 hours. Go ahead, Mel.
I ain't gonna lie, Shank. Courtney, my dog, man.
All
But I'm gonna have to sickle on some folks on my channel.
right.
Courtney, my dog, man, and she toughed it out today.
All right.
But that rose flower person, nah, I'm gonna have to give her some dandelion juice to make her stay alive.
All right. Be careful what you ask for.
Somebody, hold on, Dana. Why should I vote for Trump? Oh, his policies are better. He's a better manager. On top of that, you will be more free and you will have more spending power and you will be more self-sufficient. Do I need to say any more? I just gave you reasons to vote for him. And on top of that, my president a gangster. You ain't gonna see Joe Biden pull up in the hood, but you'll see Trump pull up in the hood. He's slick and knows how to play the law and the rules. Facts. I believe
you can't be mad at him. You can't be mad at him.
Trump know how to do a them on them. He was a president before none of that happened, lady. He was a president before none of that happened. Lady. Oh, I don't know who Courtney talking about. I don't know what happened. Joe Biden might pull up in it. Man, Joe Biden ain't pulling no hood, Cape Cod. But that man can't even keep his mask on straight. This is what I have happening, though. And if it happened, just remember I said it first on the Shank Rock show, right? I think this is the last election. honestly. And the reason why I say that is because by the corporation being bankrupt, once Trump win this election, I think he's going to turn everything over to the Republic. I think he's going to turn everything over to the Republic. Play on words, dude. Trump was a president for 4 years and never been to a good and did not do anything that he said. Trump is the only president in our time that did everything he said minus finish building the wall. Everything he said he did.
He said what he meant and meant what he said.
He said he's going to take us out of NATO. We did that. No wars. Trump said we ain't going to have no wars. We ain't have no wars. Trump said our buying power. He ain't say money. He said our buying power is going to increase, which it did. He said we're going to go back to being self-sufficient, which we did. We're going to go back to where other countries want to buy from us. And we did. He said he's going to pose sanctions on Japan, on the CCP, and on Kim Jong-un like nobody has ever done. And he did it. He was fighting against pedophilia. Still is. He's the only president that stood by what he said. Now somebody going to say, oh, Obama stood by what he said. Obama stood by the alphabet people. James Pryor said Trump was right about the criminals coming to this country. Now look at New York. Facts. Facts. I should have known he was going to put that up there. Listen. Here's a question not for the night, Courtney, but for you to come back later. When was America great? When was America ever great? If Trump's saying, let's make America great again, when was America ever great? Cape Cod. I'm trying to tell you. Dick Gregory said it too. Once Trump get back in office, there's no more elections. Because he's going to give the country, he's going to give the republic back to the people. Now, here's where the problem going to come in at. Can the people govern themselves?
Not when you got the majority of the people that don't know the law.
And you still got people running around, and you still got men running around and with goddamn jeggings on. I don't get it. You ain't gonna catch me in those skinny jeans.
Yeah, they showed me a lot of love.
Man, that's what we gonna do at rallies, bro. How far was you from the stage? Cause I look pretty close.
5th row.
You ain't see Laura?
Mm-hmm. Tim Scott, Laura, all of them.
Oh, did Laura talk to you?
They had me, dang, and when I say I couldn't breathe. If I wasn't taking a picture with somebody was interviewing me. They were snatching me over here. They were snatching me over there. I was like, God damn.
Listen, and when Laura come back to your city, man, I'm going to tell Laura, like, look, and my brother going to be there. Make sure you interview him.
Yeah, let her know. Let her know.
Yeah, because I talk to Laura every day. I'm actually in works and talking to her about spearheading her security detail.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because Laura gonna need it, especially after what she just did last week. she's gonna need it.
I thought Courtney was going to bed.
Courtney just said her son loud on a game, so on Fox. Courtney, you would have been better off saying CNN. What do TD for L stand for?
Troll dolls for life.
Who?
Troll dolls for life.
Okay. That's what's up. I don't fuck with you, troll dolls for life. Courtney. Okay. Okay, I get it. Shank, the new Damien and Silk. He just needs a blonde wig. You stupid as hell. You stupid as hell, kid. You stupid as hell. Leave my homegirl alone, man. Getting interviewed by those people, man. Listen. What you got to realize is Laura Luma is one of the greatest people out there, man. I was part of the rally, and you hear me and Laura Luma destroying the Democrats out there. It was a man that came dressed up in a rat suit, and we let him have it. Don't worry about my name. I'm going to worry about your name now. I troll you.
Courtney is one of the biggest trolls out there.
But I like her energy though.
Mm-hmm. She a good troll.
Yeah.
Courtney is a good troll.
But I like her energy. Can I go to bat for her? And I just met her.
Yeah, she a good troll.
So I'm just saying, Shank, I mean, and we got to do this more often, man.
We're going to rotate. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rotate.
Because it's a lot of things that's out there that people need to know.
Mm-hmm.
If I see Shank on Fox, I'm going to die.
I'm going to die too.
I'm going to die too. I better see Shank on Newsmax. And you goddamn do it. Also, y'all, for all of y'all that really love free speech, go to Truth Social, go to Rumble, go to Wimpkin, and jump on X. I'm telling y'all now, if y'all love free speech, Wimpkin, Truth Social, Rumble, and X. The Four Horsemen.
I know you ain't no troll, Courtney. You just got that in your name. Trolls don't show their faces.
We not going there. Courtney, I'm going to see Courtney on X. I'm going to see Courtney on Truth Social and everything talking about free Donald Trump. I'm telling you, I'm going to get Courtney to come over to the Trump side. Point blank period. Biden is too old.
And clumsy. Biden is too old and clumsy.
Abney, can I ask you a question? And this for everybody. Do you think it's fair that they prosecuting Donald Trump for him having presidential immunity to take things from the archives and keep it at Mar-a-Lago, but they not prosecuting Biden for taking half of the archive and keeping them in a garage? And then when they said they're not going to prosecute Biden because he's too old. I'm going to be honest. I don't have Trump doing the 180. What I got Trump doing, and this is where I said Trump lied at. Trump said that he won't go in and start prosecuting people. Trump a liar. That's the only thing he lied about. Because when he get in, everybody that played with him going to jail. Everybody. They either going to jail or they going to get out of here. Ebony said, I don't think it's fair at all. They are letting Hunter slide too. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Hunter and Mayorkas is about to go to the tribunals. That's what I honestly believe. Here you go with the fake stories. All right, Courtney. Don't be an agent, okay? As hunted. Ain't done who?
You still there, Mel?
Yeah, I'm here. You know, I be reading stuff.
Hold on. Hunter Biden ain't do nothing? Courtney. Is that what you're saying? Courtney, hold on. Because you saying Hunter Biden ain't do nothing, right? Hold on. See, I have things that nobody else have access to. So let's go here. Hunter Biden. Let's go here. No.
Let me ask you stuff. Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
Okay, wait, hold on for a minute. So this is I wouldn't even say this is how it gets tricky. This is how it gets insane. So Hunter Biden is pretty much facing the same charges as Donald Trump. It all got to do with them, whether or not they paid their taxes. Now, let's go to the point where we're saying, well, you know what? Well, you know, if we're not this, then we really don't have to pay taxes because it's against the law. So there is Hunter Biden facing the same charges as Donald Trump, invasion, tax evasion. So this is what, so let's see, let's go back. Lauryn Hill, how long was Lauryn Hill in jail?
I see it, Dana.
How long was Lauryn Hill in jail?
I'm not for sure.
But she went to jail for tax evasion, right?
No, Wesley Snipes did.
Lauryn Hill went to jail for tax evasion too.
Lauryn Hill ain't go to jail.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know.
She ain't
No. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just, Ron Isley went to jail for tax evasion. Not Ron Isley, James Brown, Wesley Snipes, whoever.
Ron Isley, you're right. Courtney, I'm doing this for you.
But now we got Hunter Biden. We got the whole country fighting for Hunter Biden not to go to jail for tax evasion.
Now,
Somebody make it make sense.
Facts. I'm on page 12, and just on page 12, he should have been indicted for 900 years alone. Now, let's keep going.
Tax evasion?
Nah, way worse. This is Hunter Biden's laptop. You can't have more. You can't have more. You can't have more than one ID. You see how many he got? Hold on, keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay, I thought I knew what I was talking about. Lauren Hill served 3 months in prison for tax evasion. And while she was in prison, Prince took care of her kids.
Okay. This right here is enough fentanyl and to kill a whole community. I'm just saying.
I want to say something, but Shank know me. I don't say a lot of stuff on live panel. But I'm going to put it in the side chat.
Courtney, you sure you want to go there and say he ain't do nothing wrong?
Oh.
When I have the whole laptop?
Courtney trolling. You see her name? Troll doll for life. She trolling. But she a good troll. That's why I let her rock out.
And I mean, it's 644 pages of this.
I put what I was going to say in the side chat.
Okay.
You can y'all can respond to it. Just don't.
Yes. You see
Yes.
it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you see how much he got paid?
No, it's a message in the side chat.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, a good troll will show their face and show their picture.
Oh yeah.
And cam up. The bad trolls is the ones so you don't know who the hell they is. You don't even know if they man, woman. That's a bad troll. Courtney a good troll. Courtney got her own channel. Matter of fact, drop your link, Courtney. Make sure y'all subscribe to Courtney channel. Courtney be going live. Courtney be posting videos.
You see how much money he got?
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. This is insane.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. China, Burisma, Seneca Bohea, Owesco, Devin is U.S., Robert is U.S. This is what he was getting a month. So, Shank, I send you that too.
Yeah, you know we going because I definitely want to chop it up with you, like we was chopping it up earlier about the Shanquella Robinson case. But that's going to be probably in a couple of weeks. I want to get with you and we chop it up about Shanquella's case as well.
See, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know nothing about that.
You don't know too much about it.
I just be listening to you and Hollywood, and I listen to other people, and I just be like, man, this shit crazy. Like that young lady died out of greed, bro. That's what I'm putting. I'm putting that together. I could be wrong, but as I put that together, that's all I see. Like jealousy and greed.
It's definitely a big fish. We just don't know who, and we don't know what it's linked to, because there's no way that 6 Negroes going to unalive one Negro and make it back from Mexico, and 2 years later they still walking around free in the United States, and there is an active warrant out there, but the warrant just haven't been prioritized by the DOJ yet.
So the active warrant on who?
On one of the travel mates.
But I heard that wasn't true.
Huh?
But I heard that wasn't true. But that's why I stopped even dealing with it.
What? That it wasn't a warrant?
Yeah.
It's a warrant. It's definitely a warrant. But we'll I don't want to take from this. That's why I said we'll chop it up. We'll chop it up.
Yeah. So yeah, Mel, is there anything you want to discuss? Because Courtney done lost already, so. I said he has not done anything worse than any Republican. Biden is 30 times worse than. Oh my God.
Did you see what I put in the chat?
Yes. Yes. And I agree. One after the other. Left, right.
Left, right, left.
See, the difference, one of the difference between Trump and Biden is simple. Trump can run the country. Biden can't.
Biden haven't been running the country the whole time. Obama has.
And that's what I'm saying. Trump gonna run the country.
Right.
Biden can't.
So I got a question, Shane. And I'm gonna ask this on my channel when we go over there too. Why is it that Obama cooked death has been swept under the rug when all the evidence was on Obama's hands?
All I can say is ask Cat Williams. That's what I wanted, a laugh.
See, I'm just saying, Shay. They don't understand what we're going through. I'm just saying. Why is it that that family can't even speak out? It's like they just evaporated. And you can tell that man was drowned because he know too much. He probably got pictures of Big Mike before he put on his wig and everything.
So you think that is true about Mike?
Huh? Joan Rivers ain't died for nothing. That's why they unalive Joan Rivers, because she put it out there. When they asked her, "Oh, do you think that we will ever see a first gay president?" You looking at him right now. And they was like, "Huh? Yeah, you know Obama like men." Next week, Joan Rivers is done away from us. Just like prime example. This another, well, but I don't know if you want to cover it, but I'm gonna cover it. The guy from Flint, Michigan, Eric Mays. How is that possible? That's enough said.
See, if we went further into that, we would have to, we can go all the way back to the beginning of the presidents and see all of the presidents and former presidents like Washington and Lincoln and Jefferson. They all used to be in England, right? And it was said that they were all gay, and women were just reproductive organisms. They had to, they just wanted to reproduce. I think that's what you call it. But there's this guy that I follow on Instagram, and he won Project Runway All-Star. His name is Anthony something, but I don't want to put him out there. But not last year. I think it might have been during COVID or the year after. It was Valentine's Day. And he talked about, I think it was Abraham Lincoln, who was supposedly gay, and how they found the love letters that he wrote to his lover.
I can believe it. Salute, LaKendra.
It's so you have to think about everything that's going on. Say for instance in Hollywood, all the Puff Daddy stuff and all this stuff, that they say he did, but those were learned behaviors by his mentors. He was young. He was mentored coming up in the game. Just saying, he went to Howard University. But he when he hooked up with, trying to get in the game with Clive Davis, he saw a whole nother world.
Mhm.
They introduced him to stuff that he wasn't familiar with, but they was mentoring him, showing him this is the way it's done. And because they had their videos and all of that, he was caught up. That's the way I feel about it. And it just trickled down through all of that because they felt like that's how they had to make it, and then they became, hustlers, like they were like how they were when they were growing up. So they knew how to flip their money. So they took the streets to the boardroom,
Mhm.
and then they became richer than some of the people that was teaching them the ways. Because the one thing that they didn't have on them was that they was from the hood, so they was hustlers.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you real quick. I'm gonna say it without saying it. The OG gatekeepers will never tell the new gatekeepers all their secrets. So the new gatekeepers will never have as much funds or funding than the old gatekeepers.
Mhm.
Why you think Clive Davis still calls shots and Diddy shut up? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let this be until we talk about that topic. You saying Diddy have learned behavior? I totally disagree with you. Diddy have enhanced behavior? That's who he was the whole time. And I think Diddy should be thrown under the jail. And I mean to the point where the jail start tap dancing on him.
I don't disagree with that. But if we throw him under, then we need to throw the old gatekeepers under there too,
I,
i.e. Clive Davis, i.e. Jimmy Levine.
I,
Do we keep going?
I totally agree with you. I totally agree. You mean Jimmy Iovine?
Yep.
I agree. So if you want to go that route, then we might as well throw Quincy Jones as well.
Oh, stop that. Poor Michael.
And on that note, y'all, I gotta get me some sleep.
I got you.
Any last words before we get out of here, Mel?
Yes, of always, great conversation, great panel. And I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Oh, the real Dana. Is that Dana J?
Yes.
Dana,
I'm
you've
gonna-
been up here for 3 hours and she ain't know your name. You better get on her, Dana.
I can't remember you said Dana, but I also told me you had a channel. So I'm gonna drop down now because I want to go in the chat to see if I can pick up your link.
Okay. Is
All right,
official,
now.
is official Dana J or is Dana J Politics, whichever one.
Okay, cool. Again, it was great meeting you, and
Great.
the conversation was great as always.
Okay, definitely. And what is your YouTube channel? Because I want to follow you too.
My YouTube channel?
Yes.
I don't know. So I don't know. It's probably Miss Sunday Ford. I guess I don't know because I don't have a. You mean like everybody has a channel, but I don't do anything on the channel. But I'll put it in the chat because I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to go look for it.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? Okay, I'm finna see y'all. I can't with y'all right now.
I ain't the only one that's sleepy. You sleepy, Mel.
You know it because I started rambling. All right, but yeah, drop that link in the chat so I can pick it up right quick.
Okay.
Awesome.
Salute, Mel.
What is
Salute.
my
Any last words, Dana J?
man? I'm thankful for being over here. I'm thankful chopping up with you, man. We gotta do it more often. Make sure Courtney in the chat more often because I can trip off Courtney. But you got a beautiful crowd over here, man. Keep your crowd going. Build on it. I want to see you grow. If I can help you in any way, I definitely will. That's what it's about. One hand washing the other, everybody helping one another. There's enough funding out there for everybody. No hate gotta come out. Everybody can have fun. You can get trolled and have fun. And ain't nobody call nobody bees and nothing like that. It's a nice, wholesome environment. That's what I like.
Appreciate you, little brother.
Anytime, man. Get some sleep, man. I'm up out of here.
Salute, Dana.
All right.
All right. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Y'all know the old man. Once they get 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all know the old man gets sleepy. Make sure y'all subscribe to Dana J. Make sure y'all subscribe to any of the content creators that was in here. Once again, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Appreciate all my moderators. Appreciate the Rock Squad. Appreciate the bartender Tanzas. I wish LaKendra you could have pulled up a little bit earlier, but I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next demonstration. I'll send y'all the link. Salute everybody. I gotta get some sleep. Salute.
Orders, safe neighborhoods, rising wages, good jobs, great education, and the return of the American dream, then congratulations, you are a Republican. It's pretty simple. Joe Biden and the radical left have abandoned everything Black Americans care about. They've really let you down. Look, we all understand it. They've thrown Black Americans overboard, and it's been not a pretty thing to watch. You take a look at some of these inner cities, but I and the Republican Party will fight for the Black community like you have never had anybody fight for you before. And with me, you will never be taken for granted. You will never be taken for granted. They've taken you for granted. Do you ever notice they always come around about 2 months before an election? Then they get your votes, and then they go on and, 4 years later, they come and say hello, or 2 years, depending on what office we're talking about. But they come back and they do nothing.